Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all having a good week so far. All right, let me get some things out of the way real quick. I'm already a little bit buzzed. Um, what else? Anyone who's been following me on Twitter, I've been having a rough week. But some stuff I shared on Twitter, some stuff I haven't shared. But if you don't mind. Today we got chapter 1090, we got episode 1072, I think it is, and we're going to be doing both of those today. We're going to be reacting to both of those. If you don't mind, just to give, I don't know, just to ease the muscles, to put some grease on the gears here. Got a drink, and some of you are going to crucify me for this, but I got some cigs. So don't get used to it. They're going to be gone after this stream, but I just needed it for today. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's hanging in there, having a good time, having a good week. I know we've been having some breaks. We haven't been able to get that constant stream of One Piece lately. I've noticed it's been like one chapter break, hiatus for a month, break, chapter, wait a week, break. So I'm hoping that we get back to some sort of normal schedule soon, because it is nice to have some progress every week. Thanks, guys. Casey's asking for the Twitter news. All I shared on Twitter was that just to give you the quick rundown. I've been saving up money for a new car. I've been driving a shitbox for quite a while now. I saved up for a new car. I finally get my new car. I waited almost 2 months. I waited a month and a half for this car to come in. I get it. I got it yesterday. I haven't had this car for 24 hours. Within 24 hours, some stupid dipshit backs up into my car. Not even 2 hours before the stream. So, brand new car. Now it's scuffed up. I'm going to have to run this through insurance. It's going to take a while to fix. But life happens. Life happens. But that's only one thing. But that's what I shared. So for everyone that wants to send some prayers to the car, please do. It'll get fixed soon, though. It's not my fault. I already ran it through the insurance. I'm not at fault. They already told me I'm not at fault. So my insurance isn't going to go up or anything. I'm chilling. It's very upsetting. It is very upsetting. You work very hard for something and you get it, and then you can't even enjoy it for fucking 24 hours. For 24 hours, I can't even enjoy it, bro. But you know what? Things could be worse. There are people I know that are going through some harder battles than me right now. And I shouldn't take what I have for granted. So, we're gonna push through it. But I'm glad. You know what I can say? I'm glad I have you guys here. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm able to enjoy One Piece with you guys. I don't have any injuries. Thankfully, got out the accident, no injuries. I'm very grateful I'm here to be able to react to this chapter in the episode with you guys. I'm glad I have this place to come to and vent or whatever, chill. That's good. So I'm trying to find the silver linings here. But yeah. So, what I will say to cap that off is there's worse things going on out there. No point in getting too caught up on it. But I am going to try and lift my moods up today. So we got the smokes and the drinks. We got 2 brand new One Piece pieces of content for me to enjoy, so I'm going to try and enjoy that. We got chapter 1090. You guys can see it on the side here. It's Kizaru. One thing I noticed, the chat's not loading up. I noticed that on the last stream. What's good with that? There it is. Beautiful. So we got the chat up now. That's good. I noticed that wasn't in there in the last VOD. I wanted to fix that. But what else we got? Before we start on the chapter, I guess I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. Anyone who's been following the boxing. I know that some of you guys probably don't give a shit about this at all. That's totally understandable. Don't expect you to. But just for myself, just to make me feel better, I'm gonna pull up some of my boxing. I posted a clip today. These are my Battleship bags. So as I post these, I'm going to just be posting them. I'm going to be showing them in the streams just to hold myself accountable. If there's any martial artists in the chat, anyone in the chat who knows martial arts, who knows boxing, doesn't have to be traditional boxing. You might be a Muay Thai fighter. I am always open to advice from people who study other styles. Muay Thai is awesome. I'm going to be watching a Muay Thai live event in about a month with my man, the True Toby. If you're in the chat, what's up, Toby? So I'm always open to advice. Anyone, I did start EPO. For anyone that was wondering, I see Brandon King, you were wondering, did you start EPO yet? I did start EPO, Brandon. So I'm loving it so far. I watched him catch the leaves with his jabs. That was fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm loving EPO. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated. Any of you guys out there that have some experience in martial arts, I'm going to play me working on the bag today. It's like a minute 30. Short clip. But anyone that sees anything is that I'm doing wrong, if you see something I'm fucking up in, or if I'm liable to take a fat punch to the face for something I'm doing, please hit me up in chat. Let me know in chat. I'm a sponge, man. I'm a sponge. Tell me what I need to do and I'll do it. I'm willing to learn. So put some I showing some clips here. My jabs are kind of getting faster. I'm noticing I'm snapping them a little bit more. They're not as fast as I want them to be. I've been watching a bunch of Canelo. I've been watching Canelo Alvarez. I've been watching the old school stuff. I was watching I was watching the classic stuff. I watched Muhammad Ali, George Foreman. See some people hopping out the chat. Don't worry, guys. It's only going to be a couple minutes. Then we'll get to the One Piece, okay? I promise. This is for me. If you can give me 5 minutes just for me, I'll give you the next 2 hours for you. So I think around here you can see me try the Mike Tyson. I try and do a little shuffle here. I'm trying to see if I'm fucking that up. See this? So I put my weight on my left leg, shift, put my weight on my right, and then I shift my whole body onto where my right foot was. I put my left foot there. I shift my whole body. My left leg's already loaded in advance. I come up with the hook, and then I can do like a 4-piece, 3-piece combo off of that. So I'm trying to get my footwork up. I think my biggest weakness right now is I'm too stiff. I don't flow well. But I'm trying to get my punch speed up, my punch power up. I'm trying to get better at loading my punches. Those jabs are looking actually kind of nice. Hold on. I haven't watched this. I haven't watched this back. I recorded it. I recorded it. I posted it. I haven't watched it back. Daniel, are those, I don't know what currency, are dollars. I don't know what currency that is, Daniel, but wherever you're from, I really appreciate you for the kind donation. He said, I'm praying for you. You are one of my favorite content creators. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate you greatly. That is very, very much appreciated. Thank you, man. I'm not going anywhere, you know? Even if I don't upload I know I haven't uploaded videos in like, what, fucking 3 months now. I'll be honest, guys. I've had writer's block. Every time I sit in front of the script and I try and write something, like I have the ideas in my head, but the moment I sit in front of the fucking thing and I try and write something, I don't know what it is lately, man. I've been having this confidence problem. Like, I just feel like nothing's good enough. But what I will say is I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here, even if it's not a video, I'm going to be here for the chapters. I'm going to be here to reconvene with y'all every week. I know I see the viewer count's not what it used to be. I see the channel's not what it used to be. That's not demotivating me, man. we're in there. We're in there. I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna enter one of those YouTube boxing events one day. I'm gonna make it work however my way is. I don't know what my way is yet, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna keep going. So just know, guys, I'm here. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate all the little donations. Even those just make my day, honestly. Just to know that you guys are still like D LaJoy Boy, thank you for the $2. Like, this stuff is so kind. Like, I really appreciate this. He said, just get higher and break through it. This is the type of thing that lifts me up in my day. So I just want to say, guys, I really do appreciate you greatly for that. Those donations are incredibly kind. And just, you know, those kind words, I appreciate it a lot. And I'll be honest, if it weren't for the streams, if it weren't for you guys, I would have quit a long time ago. So just know that you guys are important to me. So I'm gonna be here no matter what. You guys will be getting the updates no matter what, no matter where the channel's at. So, you know. He says, Alexander says, dude, you want to be stronger and then you smoke. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I know that's hypocritical. If it means anything, I don't smoke on a typical basis. It's just for today. I was put in a sour mood, and I wanted to pick myself up for the stream because I don't want to be a fucking wreck on camera and be a pain in the ass or be in a bad mood. I noticed the audio's not on. There's the music. I'm sorry about that. But the smoking is not a regular habit, trust me. Just for today, just to lighten it. I know that sounds also fucking stupid, whatever. You say what you will, I don't care. Do I have named attacks? Atlas asks. Thank you for the 2, bro. Do I have named attacks? That's a good question. Do I have any named attacks? I should name an attack. The Theory Punch. Is this the Theory Punch? That's the Theory Punch right there. It's the One Piece Theory Punch. What is that? What? Yeah. Oh, Theory Punch right there. That's a Theory Hook. Oh. Yeah. We gotta name these. I gotta shout out my named attacks in the gym so I can look like an asshole while I'm boxing. LOL Bloody Oranges. Thank you for the $10, bro. He said, we love you, Hidden. Keep it up. Luffy will never give up. Gambait. That's what I keep telling myself, man. That's what I keep telling myself. It's like, would Luffy quit here? Would Luffy give up here? Would he stop caring? Like, no matter how many times I sit in front of the script and I have writer's block and I can't come up with anything I'm happy with, I'm going to keep sitting in front of the script. That's the thing, right? No matter how long it takes to get that next video out, I'm going to keep sitting in front of that blank page or that half-written page, and I'm going to keep looking for ways to make it better. I'm going to keep looking for the next big idea, keep looking for the next script. I'm not going to just quit. I'm not going to stop. That's not what we do. That's not what we do around here. Yo, what's up, Dak? He said, is that a SIG or are we in Skype here? Unfortunately, this is a SIG. Unfortunately. But, leave me alone! Luffy in the drip. You ever see Luffy without the hat like that? That's weird, right? All right. Casey says, Casey's epitaph says, Hidden, do you work out alongside? Your stance and power will need them interval sessions for the neurons in your muscles to do what's in your mind the exact second you want it. I've been doing interval training. I've been trying to work out jump rope into my training sessions at the beginning of my training. I've been doing sprints. I've been trying to do uphill sprints. I make the treadmill. I raise the angle of the treadmill at the gym so that it's like, uphill, And I do sprints. I try and do sprints. I try and do jogging. I'm trying to build my stamina up. The interval training is huge. Clap push-ups, jump push-ups, diamond push-ups, shit that's like explosive, you know? I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to incorporate that more. I want to get my punches really powerful. I want to hit the bag so that it like flies back when I hit it, you know? But that's not something that happens overnight. That's something that's going to take, it's probably going to take me a few years to get there. But I'm going to keep doing it every day. I'm going to keep doing it every day. I gotta say, for anyone that doesn't believe, this is one thing that's been getting me down. I'll get to the chapter in a second. I know people are waiting on the chapter. I'm sorry. One thing that's been getting to me is like every time I go to like a fucking boxing place or I talk to someone about boxing, or I went to my local boxing gym, it's free. I was talking to them about maybe like taking some like lessons or whatever, coaching. They ask me my age. I'm like, oh, I'm 27. They're like, you're a little old. You know? I keep getting this thing like I'm a little old or whatever. It's too late. I don't buy that shit, man. I don't buy that shit. You keep working, you're going to get somewhere. If I keep doing this fucking every day, I'm going to get somewhere. I don't care what anyone tells me, man. I don't care what anyone says to me. Anyone fucking tells me I can't do it, then you're wrong. I'll show you. A lot of people out there fucking, they look for a reason not to do something. I'm not looking for reasons anymore, man. I've been giving myself too many reasons not to do something. I'm gonna keep doing it every day. Every day, baby. Every single day. I'm gonna hit the bag. I'm gonna get stronger. I'm gonna hit it harder. I'm gonna get faster. My mental's gonna improve. I'm gonna make some great content. We're gonna get there. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, but every day is gonna be a little step. So 27 is prime. 27 is prime if you've been boxing for the last 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, that's my ringtone. I got the Earthbound sound on the ringtone. I love that game. I gotta answer that text later. That's actually about the accident. Anyway, now that we're done with the personal catch-up, whatever. Randy Couture started at 34. Sheesh. That gives me hope. Colin Holdsworth says, I'd assume they think you intend to compete. I mean, I'd say 27 is too old to want to get punched in the face. Well, that's pretty much the context, I would say, my friend. I would say, Colin, that they think I'm going to compete. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to compete yet. I might want to. If I find out, if I'm working and I find out that I'm actually good at what I do, then maybe I will compete. Maybe I'll go amateur. The only thing that keeps me from going amateur is that the head injuries, you know? You get CTE. I think one of my most valuable things is my brain right now. That's the only thing I got going for me, really. It's the brain. So if I get hit in the head enough times, that's gonna diminish pretty quickly. You know? A lot of these boxers that do well, at least even in amateur, they've been boxing for years and years and years. I've only been doing this for what, 2 or 3 months? I'm not gonna get an ego and think that I can do well. But like, if I start boxing, maybe I go for my, some sparring sessions. I find out maybe I'm better than I think I am. Might be worth to try amateur. We'll see. I would love to enter one of these YouTube boxing events, You know how they're doing all this YouTube boxing now? Like, the whole world is collectively decided that the whole world's collectively decided that boxing is cool now. So, I don't know, like, maybe this is the time to get into it, Maybe I get better at it and I enter the YouTube boxing event and I get to fight iDubbbz. I would love to fight iDubbbz. I think that would be fun. That'd be really fun. If he'd be willing to have me there, I'd love to fight him. I'd love to fight him. There's plenty of YouTubers I'd love to go in the ring with. So we'll build up to that, It doesn't even have to be One Piece related. I know I've always been saying like I'm gonna start another thing or whatever. That might be the avenue. Might have to fight iDubbbz. We'll see. Kurt Warner was discovered bagging groceries and became an NFL Hall of Famer. Killing those bags, keep it up. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right. I love the I love the support. You guys are really I'm glad to have people on my side, man. Sometimes it gets lonely, you know. So to hear the positive feedback is really nice. Brandon King asked me, "What's my favorite Rocky film?" My favorite Rocky film is Rocky 3, easily Rocky 3. Clubber Lang speaks to me because he's like I don't know. He's the type of boxer, honestly, I would want to be. Like that tough, rough and tough, quick, hard-hitting boxer. He's played by Mr. T. Mr. T's a badass, but even regardless of that, you could have the Clubber Lang character is supposed to represent someone like Mike Tyson. I feel like, you know, just like an up-and-comer, crazy good boxer, strong, terrifying to get in the ring with, and then Rocky gets in there and he makes his point. You know, I really like Rocky 3. That's a movie that's always stuck with me. When I was a kid, my dad used to show me all the... I used to watch a shit ton when I was a kid. I watched so much Rocky movies and Bruce Lee films on VHS. I used to have a VHS. My dad had all these VHS tapes of Rocky and Bruce Lee, all the Bruce Lee movies. I used to throw those on all the time. I used to watch those. So I love those. I love those movies, man. And Rocky 3 was one that... I don't know why that one specifically... but that one always stuck with me. I watched all of them. Mimoje, thank you for the 50 Mexican... Is that Mexican pesos? Thank you for that, brother. He said, I don't know if you watch Naruto, but Lee says there is never a day he wasn't better than yesterday. So as long as you're better than yesterday, it's all good. That's exactly how I think, bro. Thank you for that. That's wonderful. Also to answer your question, I have watched Naruto. I love Rock Lee. Funny thing is, I got Lee on my license plate now. My new license plate with the new car, it got Lee on it. So I'm gonna be. I always got Rock Lee and Bruce Lee on the mind now. So yeah, I love that shit, man. I agree with that philosophy very much. Elijah asks, so out of curiosity, why you're doing boxing? He said, like, what's the motivation? To be totally honest with you, I was just, I don't know. I mean, I gotta be honest. I feel like to some degree, especially before, I was quite depressed, and I feel like in my life I wasn't in a place I was happy with. I wasn't healthy. I wasn't doing anything with my physical body that I could feel like I was proud of. And yeah, you know, I was making videos, and you guys like the videos, right? Like, you know, it's like that's something to be proud of. But at the end of the day, I feel like I could make 100 videos, but I don't know. I think any of you guys could do that. I'll be honest. I don't think what I do is very special. Like, I think legit anyone, if you really cared about One Piece enough, and this is just to say basically that if you cared enough and you wanted to do it and you had a good idea, you could make a baller ass video. Any of my viewers, if you guys have a great One Piece theory and you have the desire to get it out there, and you look at other YouTubers, you study what they do, you could do what I do. It's not that special. You know? So I was getting that feeling a while ago, and I was like, what can I do with myself to feel better? I don't know. I just started hitting the bag. That's really what it was, man. I just started hitting the bag, and I felt good about it. Every time I hit the bag, I felt better about myself. I was like, you know, I don't know how to describe it. It's also just a good outlet. There's something I haven't shared too much with my audience or anything, and this is getting personal, but like, I've always had like, you know, like anger issues throughout my life. So like, having like a punching bag to hit is like a really good way to get it to vent your. It's a good way to vent, you know, any frustrations or whatever. I don't know how to describe. I honestly don't know. I don't know the core reason I started. Maybe it was like a lack of purpose, like a lack of feeling like I'm doing something. But when I started doing it, I felt like my time wasn't being wasted, you know? Like whenever I walk out the gym and I'm feeling like I'm in pain or whatever, I'm barely standing, my arms are tired. I just had a great session for that day. And even though I feel like shit, even though I feel like complete shit, like I can't even move. If you offered me like I couldn't even lift up my hand to grab. I went to the gym today, I'm fucking tired. I feel tired right now. To be honest, I feel like I'm like completely, I'm drained. But I don't know. There's something about that feels good, man. I don't know how else to put it. It feels good. It feels good. You feel like a champ. You feel like a champ. I'm not a champ, but I feel like it. That's enough. So I will recommend to anyone out there, if you're looking for something to lift yourself up and feel better about yourself, go box. Find a place that has heavy bags. Wrap up your hands in some boxing wraps. Throw some gloves on. You can maybe buy those things for $50. You know? Throw that shit on and hit the bag a little bit. You'll feel so much better by the end of it. I promise. I promise you will. That's a tough question. Tough question. I like getting in shape, man. I like feeling good about myself when I look in the mirror. I really think that's what it comes down to. And when I hit the bag well and I feel like I hit it better than I did yesterday, like my form, my power is better than it was yesterday, I really do feel like there's something to that. There's value to that, you know? Even if it's only me. Like you guys, you don't get the reward from that. It's only something, it's internal. It's a very internal thing, but there's value to it. There's value to it. I don't know. I recommend that to anyone out there that's looking for something to pick themselves up. Lava says, I feel like if I hit a bag, I'd break my wrist. That's why you don't hit it at full power. What you got to do is you got to start out developing form. You got to straighten your wrists out. You got to get strong arm, strong wrist, straighten it out, get it stiff as a board. And when you hit the fucking bag, you want to make sure you got the right form when you're doing it. So when you hit it, you want to be as perfect as possible. You want to capture that motion as perfect as possible. Take your time with it. It's okay to be slow. It's okay if when you throw your punches, it's slow at first. You want to make sure you have the right form, because if you hit it with the wrong form, you're gonna fracture your wrist. You're not gonna be able to box anymore. Then you're not gonna get stronger. You got to make sure at first hit it slow. Practice the motion. Practice the motion. Practice the flow. Move your body. Practice it. Get comfortable with it. Flow. And then when you feel like you're comfortable with it, you can up the speed. You can up the power. And then you do the weight training, you up the power, you get your arms really tight, you get them powerful. That way they can take more heavy damage. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. For a little while when I was fucking doing it in the beginning, it hurt, man. My arms hurt. But when you do it enough, they stop hurting. They stop hurting, and then you can hit hard. And also remember to give yourself a break every once in a while too. Breaks are important. Let me really quick, I'm gonna run to the, obviously because I've been drinking. Let me run to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll start the chapter. We'll get right into it. We'll do the chapter, we'll do the episode, and then we'll save all the personal whatever bullshit. We're gonna talk all that stuff after everything is done. So let's do everything first. I know people are waiting. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started. Alright, we're back. It hurts good. Yes, it does. Sway. It hurts good. You're not used to it. That's the problem. You're going to hit it. Your body's not ready for it. Your body's not used to it. You haven't done anything like that before. It's going to hurt. And when it starts to really hurt, you take a break. It's okay. You take a break. Give yourself a rest. Make sure you go to bed at a good time. Get some good food in your system. Come back the next day. Come back in a couple days when you feel good as new. And then when you hit it, I promise you, even if you're in pain at first, you give yourself a little break. You come back in a few days. You're going to hit it like you won't even recognize yourself. I promise. You know, I started when I started working out. I was doing. I bought this pull-up bar for my apartment right there. I was only able to do like 2 pull-ups. I was only able to do like 2 chin-ups or whatever. I don't know which one's which. I was only able to do like 2 of them at first, and I was like, man, I'm weak. I've been doing it every day, man. I'm up to 12 now. 12, 13. I really have to push it for 13. But I've 5x'd the initial number I was at. I've 5 times that by now, and it's only been like a month. Just gotta keep doing it every day, bro. And if any of you guys need me to hold you accountable, I know this is not One Piece related, but if anyone is looking to better themselves, is anyone's looking to work out, get stronger, you want to better yourself, you want me to hold you accountable, let me know. Literally just tell me in the chat, and the next stream, every stream, I'm going to write your name down, and next stream I'm going to ask you, did you work out? Did you do your work this week? Did you do what you had to do? Let me know. I'll write it down, bro. I'll remember. I'll hold you guys accountable. Just let me know. I need buddies, man. I need buddies to work out with. I need buddies to keep me in it. So let's keep each other in it, man. If any of you are looking to do something similar, if any of you are looking to do something like that, just let me know, man. I'll hold you to it every week. We'll get on stream. First thing I'm gonna ask when we get on stream. First thing I'm gonna ask is, all right, blah blah blah. Did you do your thing? Did you do your shit this week? Did you do your stuff this week? I will. And they'll keep you in there. Let me know. Put your names. Everyone, put let's see an emoji. Anyone that wants that accountability. Let's see if there's a good emoji for this. All right, I want anyone that wants me to hold them accountable, post a Chad emoji in the chat if you can. And if you can't, if you're not a member, just type the word Chad, and that'll be good enough for me. And I'm gonna write your names down. I'm gonna next stream we do, I'm gonna check in with you. I'm gonna ask you, did you do your shit? Did you do your work? Did you practice what you said you were gonna practice? And if you didn't, that means that after the stream's over, that's what you gotta do. You gotta go to the gym and do it. All right, Partha, I'm putting you on the list, bro. Moog, I'm putting you on the list. Moog, you're on the list. Atlas, you're on the list. All right. Hassan says, I want a deadlift PR. You absolutely can, bro. You absolutely can. You will. You will. I'll hold you to that, bro. Deadlift PR. Tell me what your PR is. Tell me what's your goal, bro. Rodas. Francisco, you said Chad, you're in, bro. I'm putting you on the list. HYG, I'm putting you on the list. My boys. Silmo, you're on the list. Vagabond Valley, you're on the list. J.D. Cobb. Jacob, you're on the list. I'm going to need more than one post-it note for this. Lukatsky, you're on the list. I got you guys. This is the accountability list. I'm going to be... All right. Looks like I got everyone. I'm going to keep this here on my desk. Every stream, I'm going to run down this list. I hope you guys are ready. I appreciate y'all. Yo, Daniel, welcome to the crew, bro. Thank you for joining, bro. All right, guys. I'm holding you all accountable. Anyone that just got here, I'm making a list for accountability. Anyone that wants to get in shape, anyone that has any sort of personal fitness goals, anyone that wants to get good at boxing, anyone that's trying to better themselves, give me your name, put a chat emoji or type the word Chad in chat, and I'll put you on the list. And then every week when I come back on stream, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to hold you to your promise. Chaozu, I didn't see. Chaozu, I got you. Chaozu, you're my man, I got you. Let's go. Jackson Brown said Chad. Jackson Brown. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me on this. Debus. Debus, I got you on the list. All right. Beautiful. All of you guys, I want you to know I'm gonna hold you to this, and I appreciate everyone for taking part and holding me accountable too. I want you guys to hold me accountable. Daniel, I got you, bro. Written in chicken scratch on this post-it. I'm gonna have to transcribe this onto another thing. Thank you for the D LaJoy Boy, thank you for the $10, bro. He said, yo, the One Piece live action cast did a 10-minute video answering the top 50 most asked One Piece questions. It was good. Might want to check it out later. We'll do that after the chapter reaction, after the episode reaction. I want to watch that. If I forget, please remind me. I'm putting this on you. This is your responsibility. If you remember, if I somehow forget after the two things that we get through, remind me. And we're in for a big stream. I'm chilling today, so we're gonna be chilling. Okay, so let's watch that. We'll watch that. Hassan Z, thank you for the $10, bro. He said, Hidden, I'm gonna do this for real, so you better check in, son. My son, I'm gonna hold you to it, man. I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm hitting the boxing gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. That's my current schedule right now. If I'm really feeling it one week, I'll go legit every day. So I promise you, there will be accountability. There will be. And I'm also gonna say, if you didn't do your goal, don't look at it as a bad thing. It's just a motivational thing, right? I'm not gonna get on your case. I'm not gonna insult you. But I will say, you know what you should do. You made the promise. If you didn't do it by the time next time we reconvene, what does that mean? It means if you didn't do it, that means after the stream's over, you gotta go do it. Okay, so next week, if we meet up and the people that I wrote down here, if you haven't done your goal setting thing for the week, if you haven't pursued your goal for the week, I'm gonna hold you accountable. And what I want you to do after the stream's over, even if you didn't do it, that's okay. Go do it. All I don't want is 2 weeks in a row. I don't want to see anyone 2 weeks in a row not doing nothing. 1 week, it's okay. You still have time to fix that. Get back on track. But no 2 weeks. No 2 weeks allowed. Lava asks, is my voice okay? You make yourself a little tea or something. Thank you, Lava. My voice is all right. I've been through the ringer a little bit today. I gotta send one text. Hold on. Okay. I don't want to get phone notifications. No 2 weeks. That's the point. No 2 weeks. You said you're going to do something. Maybe you need a week off or whatever, but no 2 weeks in a row. I don't want to hear 2 weeks in a row you didn't do your shit. We don't got enough time in this world for that. 2 weeks is a lot of time on Earth. Even 2 weeks is a lot of time. I don't want to hear from anyone that you put your dream on hold for 2 weeks. 1 week? All right. 2 weeks? We got to change that. We got to change it. But whatever your goal is, I want you all to know out there, whatever your goal is, I don't care what it is. I don't care how hard it is. You can do it. You just got to work. You just got to work. Most people, easy to say I want to do it. The hard part is actually the journey. I know this is cliche. I'm just saying it right now. The only way to do it is if you have other people there, you know, behind your back. Luffy couldn't become Pirate King alone. Luffy can't become Pirate King alone. I can't achieve my goals alone. I need the support system I have. I need you guys, honestly. And if you guys want to take part in that with me, we'll hold each other accountable. We'll get to those goals. You know? Has nothing to do with YouTube. It's got nothing to do with the money, the YouTube, the views, none of that shit. I don't care about that. I just want to be a better person. Anyone out there that wants to be a better person, just do it, man. Do it with me. And then we'll keep each other updated. We'll keep tabs. Sky's the limit, my friends. Sky's the limit. With that being said, it's time. It's time, baby. Johannes said he wants on the list too. Let me put you on before we start the chapter. All right, Johannes, you're on the list. Anyone who put themselves on the list, last thing I want you to do, I'm about to start the chapter, 1090. What I want you to do, as I'm going to be reading this chapter, I want everyone who put their name on my list today for the accountability list, in chat, I want you to post your goal. Let the community know, let the world know what your goal is, what you're going to do. Let us know. Just type it in chat. Doesn't matter who sees it. Put it out there. Put your goal out there. Put it in chat. Let us know. And I'm going to hold you accountable next stream. I promise. And with that being said, 1090, baby. Let's read it. Chapter 1090. Kizaru. And I just gotta say, with this cover story, we're starting off with heat. Because we got my man, Captain Kuro. I think that's with his first appearance in One Piece in a long ass time. Kuro reading in silence with some black cats. I love it, man. I hope this guy comes back into the story. If I can be real, I hope this guy comes back into the story in some way. I love it. I actually do like that character design a lot. It's very simple. It's very simple. I think the claws are a little bit try hard, but you know, I think Oda will make it work if he brings my guy back. Hey, this is Monkey D. Luffy, the man who's gonna be king of the pirates. Is he talking to the Gorosei right now? There ain't no way. This man's talking straight to the Gorosei? Luffy, what are you doing? We've got all the Vegapunks up here. If you care about York's life, you better order those ships to clear off. How cruel. He's even worse than I heard. What the heck? What's going on? World Economic Journal HQ. Isn't that Luffy-san? Oh my god. It's not a joint. It's camels. Do not smoke. This is also... This is my one day. I'm just treating myself today because I'm in a bad mood. I'm treating myself, okay? This is not a regular habit. I don't smoke normally. I used to. I don't normally. So do not copy me, okay? These shitty ass fucking... I hate that I'm doing this right now, but I need it. Also, that's hypocritical. Whatever. Straw Hat Luffy. How many of you managed to survive over there? Some of us are pretty banged up, and don't tell him, Luffy. He's like straight up telling them his status. He's like, yeah, I'm a little bit fucked up right now. You can pull up if you want. Woman's voice. Could it be Nico Robin? Oh, that was not me, right? Oh, that is Robin. We can't just give away our status. They wanted to get information by keeping you talking. I see. My bad. but I bet what I said will make those ships back off. As if. The Navy won't fold that easily. Beep, beep. There are 3 things we must secure. York's safety, Punk Records, which we can access through her, and the power station that created the Mother Flame. The rest can be sacrificed if necessary. Sounds about right. Also, I just love that we're getting this much input into the Goro. Like, we're getting this much input from the Gorosei. It's pretty cool. I'm not used to this. This is like totally new. Having Luffy, I gotta say, having Luffy talk directly to the Gorosei here is kind of unreal. It hasn't registered with me fully yet. But sir, what about Rob Lucci's squad and the Cypherpol agents that are still... I was merely stating the worst case scenario, but don't lose sight of what's important. Yes, sir. Remember, human life holds no more value than that of an insect. No matter how far their numbers dwindle, it's always possible for them to multiply again. Yes, sir. That's a really fucked up worldview, bro. That's a really fucked up worldview. That's like some Joseph Stalin shit. That's fucked up. Didn't you hear what they said? The 5 elders have my back. If you lay a finger on me, they'll wipe this island off the map just like O'Hara. Can someone duff this bitch? Thank you, Nami. Thank you. Please. Ouch, you won't get away with this. I'm telling the elders, bring it on. Yeah, you go and cry to your fucking big brother there. I'll fucking knock your ass out again. Get Nami, hit you with the climb attack. I don't care. Get Robin, spawn 100 hands. I'll duff you 100 times, bitch. Back off, she's unarmed. You seriously treating people like insects out here? What type of shit you on? You're on some crazy flow. How are your injuries, Robin? She looks fine. I'm glad she's okay. Can we just say this? Wasn't it last chapter we were just talking about where's Robin at? Well, she's here. She's all good. She's healthy. That's good news. Sorry, that's the ashtray. Better, thanks to you, Chopper. Hee hee hee. Praise like that doesn't make me happy or anything, you jerk. Bacchiaro. How pathetic. I know there were 2 of them, but I should have been able to handle these no-good Seraphim. I get it, just sleep already. Is that Kaku? Kaku's salty. Kaku's salty because he's out on the stretcher. They literally got Kaku on the stretcher right now, guys. And he's complaining. He's complaining. Rob Lucci's consoling him. Shaka, Pythagoras, Edison, ooh-ah! Edison's still kicking Lilith. They don't say anything about Shaka, though. I think Shaka's out for the count. I think the man's gone. Rest in peace to Shaka. Rest in peace to Shaka, man. That guy was the coolest. Out of all the Vegapunks, that was the coolest design, and he had to go first. That tells you something. Oda only likes to keep the ugly characters alive. He likes to keep like Edison and these motherfuckers alive. But Shaka, the dude that's like a badass Daft Punk scientist, he's gotta go. Edison's still kicking. Trying to contact the basement. Can you keep it down for a second, Lilith? 4 of the Vegapunks are wounded. 2 are... Oh! Confirmed! 2 are dead! Oh, Shaka and Pythagoras are gone! Oh, they're gone! Oh, no! Oh, poor Shaka! Oh, no. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Shaka. I can't fake the emotions. I definitely am. I'm sad about it, but like I only knew you for like 5 minutes. It's definitely a waste of a cool design. I'm sorry to see you go. I'm surprised Oda just had someone get iced in cold blood on panel, and it's just like, yeah, no, Shaka's dead. Like there's no like, oh, he lived somehow. I know everyone's expecting that, right? Because they're Oda. It's Oda's, like, you know, manga, right? And Oda is like always, you know, hesitant to kill his characters. Damn. Well, that's it. What are you muttering, Lucci? I'm just talking to myself. Hey guys, you're all behaving yourselves down there, right? Lab Buffet's basement. It's one of the Straw Hat Pirates. Thanks for the food. You're our saviors. Hey, keep it down. They're still the enemy. We would have died without them, though. That's what I love, man. Despite the labels, despite the preconceived notions and bias that everyone has, the Straw Hats will always win people over. You give them the food. They're starving, you give them food. They're in pain, you give them help. That's what the Straw Hats are all about, man. We would have died without them, though. Hey, can you get us out of here? Sorry, no can do. At least take us to a different room. It's hard to relax with those monsters in here. What monsters? I guess the Seraphim, right? The Seraphim okay? How are they doing? Are the Seraphim on your side? Yeah, but there's still a chance they'll go rogue. They'll be fine, right, Vegapunk? Naturally. We have the Seraphim in bubble balls, after all. They're made of the same material as the Mark III's bubble shields. They're chilling in the bubbles. And it's been infused with the energy of the sea. Excuse me. Oh, wow, it's nasty. I usually need ice. There's no better way to hold fruit users. I guess that makes sense, right? Does the bubble follow the same logic as water? Right? Like if, like, you know, you can't use your devil fruit powers in the bubble. Been infused with the energy of the sea. So these are like sea stone, they're like sea stone bubbles, basically. That's what these are. It feels like the Mihawk one is the most upset. I'm just gonna point this out. Jinbei's chilling. Young Jinbei is chilling here. Young Bo is like, alright, this kind of sucks. Kuma is pretty content with the situation, no matter what it seems like. But the Mihawk one is not exactly happy about his situation. So something like this can actually trap us. I like that they talk too. Really, they just look like normal soap bubbles. All right, let's see what Boa's got to say. There's no need to ask them for reassurance. We haven't received any orders to eliminate you. You're of no interest or use to us. I wonder how hard the free will plays here, right? Like, do they have free will and they're just following orders a la CP9? They seem to have some sort of will of their own, like their own desires here. But I don't know. Like, just the fact that this Mihawk is not able to fight, like S-Hawk is not able to fight and he seems tight about it, tells me that he has some sort of will or fighting spirit within him. Which, I mean, makes sense coming from the strongest swordsman in the world. I wonder if there's some will, right? Because they can't just be living beings without a will. They have to have some. And I wonder if that can supersede the orders they're given at any point. It's an interesting situation we have here. I see. What a relief. I guess we can rest easy. You might have a mean streak, but we really owe you, S-Snake. Why? Thank you for undoing your petrification on us. Oh, Chad. Beautiful. I guess S-Snake is cool. I'm chill with S-Snake. It's so peculiar. She wasn't programmed to act like that. Hey, Hancock, I need you to help them out. They're my friends. You're the only one who can do it. I'm counting on you. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it already. Please just stop looking at me like that. Okay, that's it. That's it then. That's it. they retain. Okay, these Seraphim retain some of the original person's personality or whatever. It has to be. It has to be. That's Hancock's personality inside the Seraphim. Mihawk's, I guarantee that's Mihawk in there. Like, that personality. This dude wants to fight. This dude wants to fight real bad. Looking at that facial expression. Oh, absolutely it's a Will thing. Wahaha, she's just like the real Hancock. The world's worst personality, but she's got a weak spot for Luffy. It's funny to see her Seraphim have the same disposition. What do you gotta say about your own Seraphim, bro? What about your Seraphim? I wonder if your Seraphim is cooling right now. What's he thinking about? What's S Shark thinking? How fascinating. The traits passed on by the lineage factor during the cloning process go far deeper than I expected. Could it be, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, could it be, folks out there, that Will is the strongest force in the One Piece world? It's stronger than devil fruits, stronger than any type of cloning. I really think Haki is Will. And it really goes back to that conversation, or whatever Kaido said to Luffy, where he's like, Haki trumps all, right? Why is that? Why is that? Let's think about this. If you eat a devil fruit, and you get the will or like some power from someone else in the past, however the devil fruits were formed, you get your power from the devil fruits. That's great and all. You get a big boost. You can do some cool shit. At the end of the day, if you don't have the will to succeed, or if you don't have the will to be the victor in the fight, you're not going to win, even if you have the most powerful devil fruit. I think will really, really is the core of this story. People's will, people's desire. This goes back to York. Why did York betray the other Vegapunks? It's a desire thing, gentlemen. It's a desire thing. 100%. 100%. I think desire and will goes beyond any power system in this story. And it's starting to show itself here with the Seraphim. The world government thought they created the ultimate weapon. They can command them to do whatever they want. They can get these Seraphim to just follow orders constantly. But all it takes is a little bit of influence on the will. Is strong enough influence from someone like Luffy. And these Seraphim all of a sudden don't follow orders. They're not as useful as they used to be. Or at least as they thought they would be. So I don't know. I'm starting to doubt the system. And I gotta be honest, this also connects back to my theory with the Monkey D. Dragon. The revolution theory that I had, it was like months and months ago. I don't even remember what the title of the video. It's probably the greatest Monkey D. Dragon theory ever. That's probably what I changed the title to. But that fucking theory, man. The theory that Monkey D. Dragon has been working with, to some degree, with Vegapunk in the plan to produce these Seraphim. Music stop. What's going on? I had to loop it. I think that there's some conspiracy happening here, guys. I don't know. This has to be part of the revolutionaries' plan. There's no way they didn't account for the Seraphim. They're accounting for the God Knights now. They're like fearing the God Knights. There's no way they didn't account for the Seraphim. And I guarantee that Vegapunk has a line to them. That was really cool of you, Hancock. No way. Did you just say, love you? Yeah. Stella, we've got the comm system working again, but the Frontier Dome still isn't responding to our signal. We can't leave without disabling the barrier. How did they get out of this, though? You're wasting your time. I put a passcode on it. And don't bother syncing to Punk Records, because I never uploaded it. Yeah, well, guess what, dumbass? You share part of the brain with the Stella. So I think if he thought hard enough, he could come up with the password. Haha, the password and the military might of the world are my protection. Ahaha, all this laughing is making me hungry. Girl, you really pissed me off. She really pisses me off too. I gotta be honest. I think I'm gonna staple a York. I'm gonna print out a picture of York and staple it to the punching bag this week. I hate this cowardice here. That password, you made it, oh, great password. You got the biggest genius in the entire world. This man was able to crack the secrets of genealogy of devil fruits. You think he can't crack your dumbass password? Stella, we're completely surrounded. I'd wager there's still 100 ships of all sizes and approximately 30,000 Marines. They're pulling out all the stops, huh? Lady Stussy, would you care for some coffee? This man is on simp mode right now. I believe your name is Nami. You're the cruise navigator, correct? Yep, you betcha. The log hasn't finished recalculating, but we could use this one. We locked onto it while we were in Wano. Where are they going? It's pointing northeast. Ah, that'll be Elbaf! No way! We're going, guys. That's there it is. That's all I needed. That's the next stop. The next stop is Elbaf. The reactions. Elbaf? We finally get to go there? The giant island of our dreams. That's where Shanks is. That's where the giants are. That's where Usopp's daddy is. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go to Elbaf. But we're not done. We're not done. Boy, the theories are flowing. Let me just say. The theories are flowing. Elbaf. We finally get to go there. Giants? Elbaf, where everything's tall. It's the homes of giants, after all. And York, you could suck my balls. Yeah, after all, we're going to Elbaf. Yeah. Elbaf, York, your plan's ass. You want to be a Gorosei? I say no. Today, I say nay. Baby, another day, maybe. Oh, wait. Will you quit glowering at me already? Thanks. Thank the stars, your ship is already here on the Labo Stratum. The coast is swarming with naval ships, so it won't be possible for us to leave via the regular port. Need a chaser. That's celebratory. That's a celebratory moment, guys. You got that little mini freestyle. Lucci looking respectively. Lucci's gonna team up in the final war. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. The coast is swarming with naval ships. Boy, it's about time to dip. So it won't be possible for us to leave via the regular port, northeast. If we want to head northeast, it'll be best to leave from the back of the island. Oh, man, I love that we got the map and everything, too. That's great. So we got this whole island here. There's a cloud covering most of it. Luckily, Vega Force 1 is on standby right next to your ship. Ideally, we'd be able to use it to fly over the blockade. Unfortunately, it will be impossible to make it all the way since Vega Force 01 depends on the climate maintained by the island's aircon system, meaning we'll plummet the second we clear Egghead's airspace. That's a really shitty robot. You're telling me this robot can't function outside of like a specific climate zone? That's a really shitty robot. I'm sorry. Frankie would make a much better one. That'll be good enough. We can rely on the Sunny's Kude burst after that. Well, there you go. Thank you for this, for saving the day. Better scientist, Frankie. Thank you, bro. Also, I'm waiting on your green blood power up. I think that's happening any day now. Any chapter now, baby. We can use it to keep flying for a kilometer. That should be enough to get away. You mean to say that your ship can fly that far? Unbelievable! Let's go with that plan then. It's powered by Cola. Cola? Oh, man, I love this. This is what I wanted to see more of, man. Vegapunk and Frankie combining brains? This is brilliant. I want more of this, Oda. I want more of this. This is what Punk has, or not Punk has. This is what Egghead has been all about. You can tell the alcohol is setting in, whatever. Punk had... fuck. This is what Egghead is all about, baby. Frankie, I need you to do more. This is great. I need more panels just like this. This is your time to shine, my man. You've been grinding. You've been studying blueprints for 2 years. You've been grinding for this day. Show the knowledge off. Show Vegapunk what you're made of. I want Vegapunk to pass off some big secrets to you, my man. Okie dokie. First things first, though. We need to get cracking on lowering the Frontier Dome. Gotta crack the password first. My lips are sealed. Fuck you. I said get cracking. You know, you should know better than to underestimate us. We're Vegapunk. Guess the password. Niku123. Lilith, go to Vega Force 1 and... We have to hurry. They could have the barrier down any minute now. We need to carry the ship to the backside of the island so it's ready. Yeah, we gotta drop the barrier to get away, but doing that will make us vulnerable. Oh, shit. So Lilith is commanding... Oh, she's with Bonnie and Luffy and... Oh, they're cooking right now. To be honest, I'm a tad excited. This will be my first time leaving the island. Lilith for Straw Hat? Oh? No, it's not gonna happen. We're not exactly going on a picnic. I'll say we don't have enough food for that. Yeah, what we had earlier wasn't enough either. We should stock up on pizza. Just grab some cheese. Sanji'll handle the rest. You're telling me you have a vending machine that can create any food you can think of? You're telling me I could basically walk into Egghead Island and have a Brazilian steakhouse at the ready. They could produce for me a wonderful seared medium sirloin steak, and you're still not full? Come on, guys. Nothing will satisfy these hungry motherfuckers. All right, man, that guy's great. A chef who can fight. Hey, what's the change of attitude from yesterday? Okay, let me vent a little bit real quick, guy. Or not vent, but like let me just share something I'm thinking. Real quick, Dila Joyboy, thank you for the $5. He says, we get to Elbaf and we see Kid and his ship turning into a coral reef. I think Kid's coming back. It's not over for him. But I'm excited. I want to see what happens when we get there and we hear about the aftermath of what happened with Kid. All right, let me share this. My one Straw Hat that I want to be real. I actually genuinely want Bonnie to be a Straw Hat. I don't know if it's going to play out that way. I don't think Bonnie has had enough time to develop with the crew the same way that Momo has. You know, I had a lot of reasoning behind wanting Momo to be a Straw Hat. I talked about it in the Yamato won't join video. I wanted Momo to be a crewmate so bad. I was like ready for adult Momo to join the crew, whatever. Didn't happen. It's going to be like a Vivi situation. We'll come back to it later. We'll call them. They're going to join the fight, whatever the final fight is. But man, we got ourselves a pirate here. We got not only a pirate, she's an experienced pirate. Not just any pirate. This is a supernova, ladies and gentlemen. This is a supernova. She made it to Shabaondi Archipelago without any issues. She made it there. And now we're dealing with... I mean, she has no crew visible with her. Bonnie's crew seems to be missing. I don't know what happened with them. The chemistry is in there. The chemistry is there, guys. I don't know. I'm down for Bonnie to become like a mainstay. I'm ready for her not to be. Right? But she just melds so well with the other Straw Hats. Don't worry, I'm not gunning for Vegapunk anymore. I feel better now. I just feel glad that there's someone that can enjoy food with Luffy. You know what I mean? Well, that's good. You were crying nonstop last night. I was not. We've had a transmission from Rob Lucci. It summarizes current status inside the dome. Relay the information to the rest of the fleet. Oh boy. And now's about the time I remember the name of the chapter. This chapter was called Kizaru. It's about time something happens. Excuse me. Did you hear the update, Borsalino? Sure did. Straw Hat talked a big game earlier, but it sounds like they're trapped. The Frontier Dome is a laser-based defense system, correct? You're made of light. Do you think you can get through? To be honest, I'm sure I can. I just have to deal with my pal down there first since he's standing by Vegapunk. It's about to go down. It's about to go down, guys. Fly over him. After he's resolved to put his life on the line? That would be spitting in his face. At least let me do this my way. Also, if I skip over him and attack right away, Sentomaru will use the weaponized sea beast and his squadron of 50 pacifista to sink all our ships. Our casualties would be extremely high. We can prepare, but I do not wish to draw this out too long. Do you have the location of the power station? Rob Lucci is an outstanding agent. He sent us all the information we could want. Winnie, welcome to the crew. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the members. I appreciate you. I also missed a super chat from D. LaJoyboy. Thank you for the $10, bro. He said, I think Shaka ran simulations on the best course. Let me read this. Let me see if I can read this after the chapter. I don't know if this is based on something. I'm assuming you've tempered it so that whatever. But I'll get to this at the end of the chapter. I'm sorry to put this on hold. Let me get back to this. Battle stations, because I might have something to add to that. Battle stations. Oh man, all the ships are ready. Tell everyone who can use the 6 powers to fly ashore the second the battle starts. Yes, sir. We're going to free all the captured Cypher Pole agents. Oh, shit. Roger that. Remember, the Pacifista are invulnerable to cannon fire, so target the weaponized sea beasts instead. Aye, aye. Millie and Chin over here with the strategy. This is a blast. Ha ha ha. I love these Sky Island I don't really remember what that character's name was. Someone remind me. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if it's just me, but my nose gets stuffy after talking for a long time. This is a blast. Ha ha ha. I love these Sky Island mystery clouds. Da ha ha. I totally feel the same, but we gotta stay focused. The sunny's right there. Yata no Kagami. This man has arrived. Flash. The beam of light. Sacred mirror. That's one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan. I don't know what the other 3 regalia are. I know there's 3 items. There's a mirror. I think there's a sword and there's something else. The reason I know this is because of Yu Yu Hakusho. Because the moment they met Hiei, I'm pretty sure the context, if I remember correctly, it's been a while. I'm pretty sure the context was that he had been either stealing or something about the 3 like relics, and one of them was the mirror. One of them was I think it was a sword. Kizaru's whole moveset is a reference to this, by the way. I have to learn. I should know this actually. Yata no Kagami. Laser flies past the sea bear's face. It's bouncing off all the buildings. Let's see where it goes. So you're finally coming. Bring it on, Unk! Oh! Oh, this panel is hard. Oh, this panel is hard. Let me put this on Imgur. I'm posting it in the chat for all my boys. Let's upload that. Boom, I'm posting that in chat. That's such a fire panel. Bring it on, Unk! All pacifista units, come in! Eliminate all targets. Here I come, Sentomaru-kun. Oh, shit. This is a payoff. This is a payoff since the time skip. We've been waiting for this, guys. You should know. My guard's the toughest in the world. Oh, man. Ah, what a legend. I love Sentomaru. I love Kizaru. Both characters are great. I can't wait to see what happens. What's causing that light way down there? Someone really strong is coming. Chapter ends. No break next week, though. No break next week. Okay. Winnie, I just realized you gifted a membership. Thank you so much for that. D LaJoyboy, and it goes to D LaJoyboy. Well, I'd say that's fitting, considering all the generous donations. Welcome to the club, guys. Welcome to the VIP. I'm sorry, recently I haven't been uploading a whole lot to make it worth it, but I do hope that the streams and the emojis that you get and the support for the channel is enough for you right now. And I do promise I'm gonna be once I get back into my flow, once I feel like I'm ready to like put some heat out again, it'll be worth it. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Now that's being cut off by people saying there's a break next week. There's a break next week, guys. Don't tell me that, please. Please don't tell me that, man. We really got another break? Seriously? Seriously? Fuck. Is that a Shonen Jump break? That's really unfortunate. Okay, Tyante Black says, bros, I'm gonna give 4 options. A, Kizaru. B, Saturn. C, Dragon. D, Holy Knight. Alright, what are the 4 options for, bro? This one was Magazine. Next is Oda, I think. Yup. Break, huh? Man. But that really hits, because this chapter was supposed to come out next week because we had a break this week. That means that we got like 3 weeks of break. Damn. We got like 3 weeks of break ahead of us, guys. One thing, though. One thing. We got, what, a week till the live action comes out? This may be one of the most eventful break weeks ever, because we do have a break, guys, but do not be sad, do not be alarmed. Looks like, thank you for reminding me of this, but who reminded me of that? Mr. Rubik's. Oda, Mr. Rubik said Oda apologized and said we'd be back to 3-week schedule after this. I'm not ragging on Oda. I love that man. If he needs a break, take as many breaks as you want. You want to go off? You want to take off for a year? That's fine. Just come back with fire, my man. Just come back with fire. I'm ready whenever you are. But, Casey, good point. Live action. We got the live action at the end of this month, guys. We're doing a stream for that, right? We are doing a stream. I am going to stream my reaction to the live action. There's no way I don't. And even if I don't, maybe I watch, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I watch it off stream just to get the peak experience, or watch it in the Discord off stream with everyone else. But regardless, we are going to do a live action discussion stream. Regardless of whether or not I do the reaction on stream or not, there is going to be a One Piece live action discussion stream. So even if we have the break, we got plenty of stuff to hold us over. Not only that, guys, but we got the anime coming up. We got another anime episode. I'm sure we got plenty of Gear 5th to hold us over. I don't think we got a break on that. I'm fine. I'm chilling. I hope you guys are chilling too. I know that it's been a rough... The last 3 months have been rough. We've had mad breaks. We've had breaks left and right. Every chapter, it's a break. That's alright. That's alright. We work through it. We got plenty of good stuff coming our way. We got the anime with some Gear 5 Kino. We've got One Piece live action, which is hopefully Kino. Probably going to be middle of the road if I had to guess. I would imagine I mean, look, I'm hopeful. I want it to do well, but I imagine the One Piece live action, what my rating is going to be. We'll see. I'll reference this when I finish watching it. My guess right now is my rating is going to be like a 6 out of 10. I think it's going to be a 6 out of 10, and I think that's a safe bet. But I'm ready for it to be insane. I'm ready for it to be really good. So if it does, I mean, hey, we're cooking for a couple weeks until the chapters come back. So I'm happy with that. This is great. And by the way, guys, anyone who's still in the stream, anyone who's thinking about hopping out, we still got a Gear 5th episode to watch. If any of you guys got Crunchyroll, I'm going to be reacting to the next Gear 5th episode in a matter of minutes. So But let me get my thoughts summarized on the chapter. Let me catch up on the chat. All that good stuff. What are my guys saying out here? Did you guys enjoy that chapter? Tell me your thoughts, guys. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you enjoyed it. Tell me what your criticisms are. Tell me what your theories are. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this week. Hidden, the third object from Yu Yu Hakusho was a jewel. Thank you, Atlas. Thank you. That's a good reminder. And it's funny because ultimately that arc really didn't amount to anything because Hiei was supposed to be a flavor of the week character. He was supposed to be a villain of the week. And then Togashi realized that people liked Hiei so much. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. People liked Hiei so much that he ended up making him a mainstay. So that's something that's cool. A little fun fact there. Hiei wasn't supposed to be a part of the story. IIRC, if I remember correctly. Hiei was supposed to be a one and done type of character, but that arc always stuck with me, and Hiei always stuck. I gotta say, out of every character in Yu Yu Hakusho, I think my favorite character might be Hiei. I think it might be Hiei, and you can call me an edgelord for that or whatever. I am an edgelord. I'll accept it. But you know what? I wouldn't want to be in the ring with the man. I wouldn't want to fight Hiei. He may be an edgelord, but the man can fight. You know what I'm saying? The man's awesome. He got the Black Dragon Fire. That shit is sick. That'll give Kaido a run for his money, man. I love Hiei. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. It's my second favorite shonen after One Piece. I fucking love that shit, man. It's so good. It's so good. Anyway. Hidden. Snake said, I love you. The pun was cool of you. Give me buggy vibes. Yeah, so it's like mishearing what Luffy said. So this is one of those situations where I really wish I was fluent in Japanese. I'm learning, I'm working at it little by little. Granted, I'll be honest, I haven't studied in a minute. But I should be doing it more. I should really be practicing more. It's one of those situations where I wish I understood the nuance so that I could read the manga and pick up on that immediately. Like how, that's something I would love to offer that to the community in the future. Like if I have some really good Japanese, I would love to be able to do real-time translation. My goal is one day, I want to be good enough at Japanese, like reading Japanese, that I can, instead of reading the English chapter on stream, I want to read the Japanese chapter on stream. And I want to be able to do real-time translation on stream. That's like the goal, but it's so hard. Language learning is hard, especially Eastern versus Western language. It's almost the opposite. So I haven't been practicing as much as I could have. I gotta be honest. The workout, the boxing has definitely taken the forefront. But hey, man, I want to do it someday. Casey, was it Casey that asked? Casey's epitaph asked it, or no, it was Hildeline. Thank you, Hildeline. Hidden, you ever took a JLPT? I was working up to it. I was ready to take the JLPT 5. I learned every kanji I needed to take JLPT 5 and some kanji for 4, but I never took the test. And now it's been long enough where I feel like I gotta re-study it. But there's obviously, I was studying a lot, and while I was in Japan, I was putting a lot of it into practice. I will say, getting to use the language helps you learn it a lot more than anything else. You could be book smart as much as you want. You could study the books, but when you get to practice it with other people, or you get to practice your kanji reading on like the signs or the storefronts or whatever, it really is helpful. I learned a lot in my last trip to Japan. I'm hoping to go again next year, and I'm going to hone my skills even more. But currently, I'm JLPT level 5. I can confidently say I would pass the test for JLPT 5, I think. But I still got a long way to go, man. By no means am I fluent. I know I've given the translators for OP Scan shit, but that's only because I have access to a better translator at home, and I know that they're not doing as good as they could have if they're trying to. But the reality is, I'm not that great of a translator myself. I could do a lot of work on my Japanese speaking ability. I can read hiragana and katakana perfectly. I can read kanji, basic kindergarten, first grade level kanji. I can read them with some proficiency, but beyond that, I got a lot of work to do. I got an uphill climb I got ahead of me, but we're gonna get there. Be on stream with me in a couple years. Once we're reading the final chapters of One Piece, I guarantee I'll be reading the full Japanese chapters. At the rate, I want to get there. Oh, I do have to read a super chat. I almost forgot. I have a super chat I gotta read. Let's scroll up. Okay, D. LaJoy Boy, thank you for the 10, bro. I think Shaka ran simulations on the best course of action, Doctor Strange style, cool, before he died, and uploaded them to Punk Records. Then they find it while trying to crack York's password. Ooh, you think Shaka from the grave? It's gonna be like oh, I was ready for this because he was on the phone, right? Wasn't he on the phone with Dragon? It was Shaka, I think, that was on the phone with Dragon, and he was like, I think I'm gonna die soon. So he's been prepared for this. He's been ready for this. He left something behind. I'm ready for that, bro. I like that idea a lot. I like that idea a lot. See what else the chat's saying. What are you guys saying here? Any thoughts on the chapter? What do we got? Mace? I don't see a Mace. Mace Man says, they made the mythical Gear 5 fucking Looney Tunes. I'm gutted. I'm sorry, Mace. Did you just get caught up? I apologize that you're disappointed with Gear 5, my friend. I'm assuming that you haven't been reading the manga, or if you have, you haven't been keeping up with, if you haven't known about Gear 5 until you saw the episode. I'm sorry to hear that you're disappointed. If I can offer anything to make you feel better about it, I will say that Oda has clearly been setting this up. If you look back at earlier chapters, you can see a lot of examples of Luffy using his rubber fruit in ways, like, obviously we chalked it up to, oh, Luffy created his own move. Luffy named his own move. It's all Luffy's imagination. But when you look at the way he does his attacks, a lot of it you can trace back to Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and all that old school shit. So, for example, Gum Gum UFO, that might be a move you like. I love Gum Gum UFO. It didn't hit me until we got to the Gear 5th reveal in the manga about a year, it was March of 2022, about a year ago from now. When I first read that, I had a similar reaction. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this just yet. I looked back through the manga, and as I started to go back and I started to look at how Luffy fought his opponents, I started to realize that a lot of his moves are straight up Looney Tunes moves, man. The Gum Gum UFO is fucking Tai the Tasmanian Tiger. There's no way you can cut it in which it's not. That is Tai the Tasmanian Tiger. When Luffy makes the tornado with the bottom half of his body and he's spinning around and hitting people with it, that's Tai the Tasmanian. That's Looney Tunes. When Luffy does Gear 3rd, and how does he do Gear 3rd? He blows into his thumb. Let me just offer you this if you want realism, okay? If you really want realism in One Piece, is it realistic to blow into even if your power, okay, level with me here, brother. If your power was rubber powers, if I told you that with your rubber powers, you could fucking tie the Tasmanian Tiger, not tie the Tasmanian Devil. I'm confusing it with fucking the video game Tie the Tasmanian Tiger. My bad. It's the Tasmanian Devil. So let me what I was back to. Okay. So if I told you with your rubber devil fruit that you just ate the rubber devil fruit, you have the rubber powers. If I told you that with your power, you could blow into your thumb, just blow air into your thumb like this. If that would make your arm big, does that sound like rubber to you? That's not rubber. That's not rubber. The way I see it, this blow into your thumb, make your arm jacked. That's Tom and Jerry. There's clips you can see of like old school Hanna-Barbera, old style cartoons. People doing this. The cartoon characters doing this. They want to get buff. How do they get buff? One of two ways. And we saw Luffy do both these methods. One of two ways. Either you blow into your thumb and you make your arm big and jacked, or you have a belt and you tighten the belt and you make your upper body big and jacked. Which Luffy did both of those things. So the way I see it, I feel like, especially, we know Luffy's personality. Luffy is a serious guy when he needs to be. But what is the majority of Luffy's personality? What are we used to? Like, if I see Luffy, like, if I come across him on the street and I encounter him, what do we expect out of Luffy? He's a goofy guy. He's a fun-loving guy. He loves freedom. So for me, Gear 5 is the epitome of what Luffy is, bro. It's the epitome of what Luffy is. It's goofy, it's silly, it's free. He can do whatever he wants in that form. And the best part about it is he doesn't got to be angry to do it. So many shonen characters got to get angry to get into their final form. Luffy can do it with laughter, bro. Isn't that sick? Isn't that awesome? I feel like that's awesome. I feel like that's a hype thing. Like, that's so original, man. Mace Man says, yeah, I see your point, bro. Just hope Gear 5 isn't going to always be this nonsense stuff. Well, man, what I can say is if you haven't been caught up on the manga, if you haven't seen how that fight ends, I won't say anything, but what I will say is I've seen the rest of Wano, and there's part of me, I definitely think Luffy can be serious when he needs to be in Gear 5. When he needs to be serious, he can turn it up. And I think you will be pretty satisfied with how it ends. So he does get serious. He does get serious. But I like that he doesn't have to always be serious. You know what I mean? I like that he can just go all out without being serious. This is a whole other conversation. But one thing I've noticed throughout my life is that the people that are the best in anything, you find something you want to get good at, right? You find like a sport or a game or whatever you want to get good at. And no matter what, I always look at the best people, the top level players, the top level athletes. I look at them and I'm like, what did they do to get here? What's their mentality? And almost, I think the universal common denominator between all the best in everything, whatever they do, the common denominator is that they're not results oriented. They don't care about winning or losing. Their number one denominator is that they all have fun with what they do. It's all about that, man. If you have fun with what you do, if you really love what you do, you'll be good at it. If you have fun with what you do, you'll be good at it. You have to have fun with it, though. Luffy is one of the only pirates in the entirety of One Piece that seems to have fun with the journey. Everyone else is so hell-bent on getting to the One Piece. Everyone else is so determined to be the pirate king or to be the best or whatever. It's bullshit. None of it matters. And that's why they get their asses kicked by Luffy. Because they stand in the ring across from a guy. The only reason Luffy's there is because he's having fun with it. When Usopp asked Rayleigh what if the One Piece was even real, what was Luffy's answer? He got angry. He got tight at Usopp. And why? He's like, I don't even want to know if it's real. I don't even want to know if there's a point to this journey. Because if I get that spoiled for me, there's no point at all. And for me, that speaks to me because it's like, for Luffy, the only reason he's doing anything is because he enjoys it, is because he has fun. It brings him joy. That's Joy Boy. You know, joy comes to him from the adventure. The journey to the top comes to him. His powers, the fighting. Luffy has fun fighting. It brings him joy, clearly. He loves to fight. That's the only thing he cares about, basically. So it's like, why shouldn't the most powerful form of this man represent that, right? He's the best. If you want Luffy to be the best, I want Luffy to be the best. We all want Luffy to be the best, right? Well, the best people in anything love what they do. The best people in anything have fun with it. They have fun. They don't care about winning or losing. They have fun with the process. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Luffy has fun with the process. Therefore, fighting should be fun for Luffy. His form, his final form, Gear 5th, is the epitome of having fun with combat. It's having fun with his journey to Pirate King. So I understand. I understand what you're saying. I understand the reservations. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. When I first read the chapter, when I first saw Gear 5, hey man, for a second, I was a little bit hesitant too. I was like, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, like, I don't know if this is going to be the way. But then I thought about it. I literally gave it like a night's sleep. I just thought about it. And I read the manga back. I read some of the earlier. I read the Gear 2nd reveal. I read the Gear 3rd reveal. I went back and I looked at it and I was like, does this make sense? Does this make sense with Luffy? The ultimate conclusion I came to, brother. Mace, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. Whether you like it or not, whether we like it or not. That's how Luffy has the best, he has the most fun doing it that way. Who am I to say that he shouldn't? If Luffy was some edgy Super Saiyan type form in his Gear 5th, that'd be cool. It'd be great eye candy. I would love it. It'd be really fun to watch the special effects on screen fly all over the place. But at the end of the day, what are we here for? Are we here to watch Luffy become Pirate King the way that Luffy wants to be Pirate King? Or are we here to watch him do it with brute force, you know, just like Goku the way to the top? I don't know if we're here for that, man. We stuck this way through the journey to see Luffy do it his way. He's always done it his way. That's one of the reasons I think Luffy's one of the best shonen protagonists ever, is that he doesn't compromise. And Oda as an author, that's the best part about it. Oda as an author does not compromise either, right? He has this idea of Luffy in his head, of how he needs Luffy to be. If I came to you, and I know we're going on a rant here. This is not all directed at Mace. I'm not trying to make it. I'm going on my little tangent here. But the point is, right? If I came to you, you were some executive and in a boardroom, and I came to you and said, I want to make a shonen protagonist, and his main power is that he can stretch around like rubber. He's like Mr. Fantastic. He's just a stretchy guy. The average person that's like into shonen manga would look at you and be like, what, no energy blasts? What, no getting stronger with getting angry when your friends get hurt? You're telling me you're gonna give this guy just the power of rubber and that's it? You'd be laughed out of the boardroom. It's the most unrealistic power for a shonen protagonist, and yet Luffy made it work. With his imagination, with fun, right? And Oda as an author made it work. He's an author in a sea of shonen mangaka. Even, you even look at the modern examples, right? Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, One Punch Man. One Punch Man is an outlier. But like JJK, MHA, right? These are protags that have been gifted immense power. They've been gifted immense power from some sort of Deus Ex Machina. All Might gives a fucking hair to Deku. Yuji eats the Sukuna's finger or whatever. All well and good. But I will say, it's pretty standard for shonen. It's pretty standard. You have a protag that's the host to an incredibly powerful demon, and then the demon makes them really strong in a fight. Naruto did that. Oh, you have a protag who's been passed on this wonderful power from his hero, and he gets this generational power. There's plenty of there's a lot of shonen that have done that. With you have a mentor that passed on all they know to their mentee. That's a pretty classic formula. But One Piece, man, One Piece, Luffy is the only one. He gets his power. He gets this power that on paper should be dog shit. It really is. Rubber power on paper should be dog shit. And he makes it work for 1,000 chapters. And then suddenly he changes forms. He gets Toon Force. And a lot of people are like, oh man, I don't like this power. And it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like if One Piece came out in the modern day, people would look at a dude with rubber powers and be like, I don't really like that power. That's kind of lame. It's kind of boring. I feel the same way about Gear 5th. It's like, I think people just need to adjust to it, you know? It's very Luffy. It's very Luffy. That's how it feels to me. So, I like that it's a change of pace, man. I like that it feels different. It really does feel different. And the one cool part about it is that a lot of like shonen protagonist powers, they're all built in the universe. They never get meta with it. I like that Luffy is getting meta with it, you know? Like, not only is he doing, like, Toon Force, but, like, he's doing shit that, like, only works in comic book rules. It's, like, cartoon rules only. And it doesn't even work in his world. Like, Kaido's sitting there commenting on it. He's like, this is, like, out of a comic book or what? Like, what is this shit? And it's like, man. It's like Luffy's breaking the fourth wall almost with his power. It's really cool. It's, like, really unique, man. So, yeah, I love it. I personally love it. Regardless of anyone out there who doesn't like Gear 5th, I hope you do come around one day. No shame in disliking it, that's fine. If you wanted like a Super Saiyan type thing, well, I understand that too. Because Gear 2nd, if we're being real here, Gear 2nd is badass. Gear 4th, Snake Man is fucking badass. So like if you expected another cool, I'm gonna hit you hard, badass, cool looking form from Luffy, and then you get, Gear 5th all white, laughing, bouncing all over the place, becoming a cartoon man. I could expect. I'm not surprised that you don't love it. What I will say is just be patient with it. Give it time. I promise it'll satisfy you. The way Luffy beats the shit out of people when he's in cartoon mode is really satisfying to me. Seeing a character like Kaido who's super edgy and his whole existence is based around this edgy belief of like being the strongest, survival of the fittest. I'm gonna outpower everyone. And then seeing someone like that be subject to some just bullshit like cartoon, like I'm gonna use you as a jump rope. Like seeing that sort of thing is really fucking awesome, man. It's so funny. It's like taking everything that Kaido thought was like valuable and just turning it on its head and showing him it's not all about strength. It's also about will. It's also about being a good guy. It's about loving. It's about laughter. It's about joy and happiness. It's not about spreading pain. And you take someone like Kaido, whose entire message is around strength, blood, pain, and you contrast it with someone who's just bouncing around, doing whatever they want, and saying I don't agree with you, fuck you, I'm gonna stretch your eyes out of your head, and I'm gonna use you as a jump rope. There's something about that that's not only humbling for Kaido, but exciting for the audience, and I really enjoy that a lot. I really do enjoy that a lot. So, I've come around a lot on Gear 5th, man. I love Gear 5th now. I really do. I love it. Tangent over. Let me take a quick, another break. Take 30-second bathroom break. When I get back, we're going to watch the new One Piece episode. I haven't seen it yet. So we got episode, is it 1072? 1072, yeah. So we're going to watch this episode. I'm going to be right back, straight up. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Hang in there, guys. And, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. Hey, Casey says, man, Buzz Hidden is so fun. I could hang around with this guy in a bar till 5 in the morning. I've done it. We've done it, bro. I've been in bars late night. That shit's awesome, man. You ever have a good you ever strike up a good conversation with someone and you just go for hours, man? Skylitz, great question. They ask Hidden, how do you rank the admirals 1 to 5? Not power scaling, just which ones you like and find interesting. Let me do both for you. I'll do both power scaling, and I'll do which ones I find interesting. Hold on. Let me get ice. I can't keep drinking this fucking Jack. What is this, Johnny Walker? This is a Johnny Walker Black Label. I can't keep drinking this with no ice, man. This is degenerate. Alright, so, admirals, right? Now we've weeded out the people that are only here for the chapter reactions, so now we're with the homies, so now I can talk a little bit. Alright, let's see. We got our 5 admirals. Number 1, which one I like the most is Sakazuki. That's my number 1 admiral. I don't think he's a good guy. I think he's a piece of shit. I just love him for how compelling of a villain he is. He's had very little presence in the story, and the little presence he has had, he has made himself extremely known. He is a terrifying character. I think he's one of the only characters in One Piece I'd be legitimately terrified of just the concept of. The man's made of lava. He's melting his own soldiers for even deserting the battlefield to see their family. The man will manipulate he'll manipulate people to people in your own crew to come and stab you. The man is not below low blows. He is not. He has no morals in how he fights. He has no morals in how he goes about things. The man is he is Machiavellian as fuck. So to me, and while I think Machiavellianism is a terrible way to go about our daily lives in this world, and for the people in power, if you're Machiavellian and if you're someone in power, you're trying to be Machiavellian about it. It's probably a fucking shitty worldview. Terrible worldview. Terrible way to run the world. But when it comes to a comic book, what compels me in a villain, I would say that's very compelling in a villain. Akainu's the guy that doesn't. He's willing to stoop low, man. He's willing to stoop as low as the pirates. And the little we saw of him, I think he made more of an impression. I think the fact that Akainu was the 3rd of the 3 original admirals to get introduced, and yet he left the biggest impression on everyone out of all of them, I think speaks volumes about his character. The fact that he's responsible directly for Ace's death, the fact that he's responsible directly for Luffy's scar, the fact that he's the leading figure in the Marines right now. He's the fleet admiral. Big things. I expect big old things from Akainu for the rest of this story. So, for me, what do I want out of an admiral? Well, the admirals are definitely the opposing force. They're like the vice captains or whatever of the Marines, you know? Like, if we have 2 pirate crews coming up against each other, they're like the Yonko commanders of the Marines. So, the way I see it is like, you have the Yonko commanders for every Yonko crew. You have King, Queen, Jack for Kaido. You have Katakuri, you have Smoothie, you have Cracker for Big Mom. Lucky Roo, Yasop, Beckman, or whatever for Shanks. Whatever you want to call it. But the way I see it is the admirals are that for the Marines. And there's no situation in the story we've really had where a vice captain or a Yonko commander has taken the position of captain, right? So we haven't like maybe that might happen with Katakuri, but like for me, Akainu is basically like a character like Katakuri who over the time skip became Big Mom, right? So Akainu was a massive threat pre-time skip. Not even the peak of the Marine hierarchy. Devastating character. I'm pretty sure there's not a single person in the entire story who has fought with Akainu and left without some kind of permanent scar. Right? Whitebeard got half his face blown off. Luffy got a permanent X on his chest that we see every time we ever see Luffy from now on. We're gonna see the scar that Akainu left. He killed anyone else he didn't scar. And then Aokiji fights him over the time skip, and Aokiji's now missing a leg. So, this is a man who doesn't fuck around. So for me, you give me a character like that who not only is incredibly intimidating, a massive influence on the course of the story, but then they get moved up to the top position in the Marines right after that. It's very compelling for me. So he's got to be my number one, without any shadow of a doubt. My number two would be Fujitora. I think Fujitora is super interesting because he has a lot of motives, some of which is not entirely clear why, you know, he is doing the things that he's doing, like the ending the warlord system. It feels like he has some sort of vendetta against the warlords, but it's not entirely clear. What I like about Fujitora is that he has a very concrete moral system, and we don't have the full picture on why yet. So it's very cool to see Fujitora on panel anytime, because it feels like we develop that more and more every time we see him, and he's already a very in-depth character. And what I really like about him especially is the fact that he was the 4th admiral to ever be introduced. We already had the 3 set up. Time skip happens. We don't hear shit about the admirals until we hear about what happened with the fleet admiral situation on Punk Hazard, and even after that we haven't seen an admiral face to face. The first time we come to face with one is in Dressrosa. He's getting he has an incredible introduction with the blind gambling, sinking the guys into the floor with his gravity powers. Not only that, but the gravity power in general is fucking awesome. Okay? I love Fujitora. I love what he stands for. I love what he represents. I love that he is a true justice figure in the admirals. I love his inspiration. For those who don't know, Fujitora's design is based off of Zatoichi. He is there is like a samurai in like Japanese folklore. I'm pretty sure he's a real dude. He was a blind samurai, and he fought with a wooden katana. He had a wooden katana. It looked like a staff almost, and it was wood. It was made of wood, and it looks like Isho's. It looks like Fujitora's katana. Okay, there's a real guy, and this was back when Japan was in its like feudal era or whatever. When they had like samurai, they had like local yakuza running the towns or whatever. Zatoichi. And I remember the first time, the first date. This is the first date my wife and I ever went on. The first date we ever went on. She made a movie recommendation to me. I was talking to her about One Piece, and at the time, I was really into Fujitora, and I brought up Fujitora to her, and she told me about Zatoichi, and I ended up looking into it. I watched the movie that featured Beat Takashi in it. I think he played Zatoichi in that movie. But it's basically Fujitora. It's like the same guy. So ever since then, I've had an extreme attachment to that character. So Akainu, Fujitora. Those are the most lengthy explanations. The rest are just whatever. Akainu, Fujitora, Aokiji is probably third. Kuzan, just because of how in-depth he is. All the stuff with Garp lately. Him being a protege of Garp, I gotta respect. I love that. I like him a lot. I'm very curious to see where his plot goes. And then the last two would be this is a tough one. I guess Kizaru and then Green Bull is last. I think I care the least for Green Bull out of all the admirals because he's a newbie. His only introduction has been him acting like a dick to people, like straight up an asshole. Like he's just like a complete dick. He's just like, oh yeah, slavery's cool because there needs to be control, there needs to be power. You know, some people are inferior. Like that's just like a dog shit argument. Fuck Green Bull, man. He's a cool design, but I don't like that guy. So for me, Akainu, Fujitora, Aokiji, Kizaru, Green Bull. That's my top 5. Power scaling wise, maybe change up a little bit. Akainu number 1, Aokiji number 2, Kizaru number 3, Fujitora number 4. 5 is once again Green Bull. The forest fruit is not that impressive to me. So, that's where we go. I know that's a big tangent. Let's watch the episode. Anyway, guys. I will say this. Ryokugyu has a good design. Even though he's the last on both of my lists, he has a good design. He's cool looking. I like that when he got blasted by like Momo's Boro breath or whatever. I like that he was able to just regrow from a sapling into a fully grown human. I thought that was badass. That was really cool. Pretty intimidating. It reminded me a lot of when Aokiji got taken out and he like used the ice Logia to reform himself. That's really cool. But that's really all he has going for him, for me right now at least. So, anyway, everyone, I have to restart this. All right, guys. All right. Just got to set up at 0-0, so anyone that wants to sync up can sync up with me. Guys, we're up to the second part of the stream now. We got One Piece episode 1072 live reaction. I'm going to watch this episode. I saw like 10 seconds of this episode in passing, and it looks like they dumped all the budget that didn't get into the last Gear 5th episode. It looks like it all went into this one. If I had to guess, this is going to be a more fun episode than the last one. I'm totally ready. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. I see people saying Chaozu's wilding. What's Chaozu wilding about? All the admirals are based off actors. Yeah, that's true. So I'm pretty sure Fujitora is based off of the original screening. Like, the original movie for Zatoichi was not played by Beat Takashi. It was another movie. But that actor, I'm pretty sure, is the one that was the basis for Fujitora. So it is very a one-to-one, pretty much. If Kizaru fought Ryokugyu, he would lose only because of Devil Fruit matchup. Yeah, I mean, like, light directly on a plant-based power would probably be in favor of the plant user, right? So that makes sense, actually. I never thought about that. Oh wait, I'm sorry guys. Let me do the countdown. Got the timer in the bottom left. It's gonna disappear in a little bit, but just so that people can get synced up and whatever. Alright guys, let's start this episode. Let's watch this episode. I've been eager to watch this. I'm excited. So, let me pause the music here. Alright. Gentlemen, we're at 0-0. Everyone, take this 30 seconds to get your Crunchyroll synced up to mine, get it set up. If you want to watch along with me, pull up the Crunchyroll window, get this episode queued up at 0-0, and then we'll get started. Cheers. All right. All right, guys, let's do it. I'll give it another 20 seconds or so. I think some people still need a little extra time. Don't want to start without you. Brandon King said, back when I found out Zatoichi's actor starred in a film called Zatoichi Goes to the Fire Festival, I was convinced Fuji was coming to Wano. I was wrong, but it was a fun idea. I would have loved that, Brandon. I really would have. I would have loved if Fujitora showed up to Wano. In my opinion, I feel like he should have showed up to Wano because it seems like his past is somewhat connected, especially because of his name, his aesthetic, his influences. It feels like he's a Wano-ite, right? So I would have liked that. I would have really liked that. It would have been a touching moment, too, if he showed up instead of Green Bull. But Green Bull's a bitch, following orders, whatever. But, you know, we'll have plenty of Fujitora moments, I'm sure, for the rest of the story. This man is not done yet. So, anyway. All right, guys. I'm ready. Let's get started. Let's get into this. We got episode 1072, Gear 5th, in full force. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to start. I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay? So get ready for that. So I'm going to do it now. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm muting my audio so I don't get copyright. I'm going to watch the opening just for the culture. Glendy says Fujitora blinded himself because Wano is the way it is. No, I would love if that was true, Glendy, but we have no confirmation of that, unfortunately. I would love to know what Fujitora's backstory is, why he blinded himself and all that. We don't know. That's the thing right now, we don't know. And I was really hoping that Wano would give us those answers, but we didn't get the answers. If you can hear it through the mic, that's fine. YouTube copyright's not going to pick up on that or anything. That's fine. As long as I don't have the raw audio coming up. Not loud enough. I love that sound that Kaido makes when he gets hit by the reflection, the Boroblast reflection. That's so fucking awesome. It's hyped me up so much last episode. Yeah. Luffy laughing gets me so hyped. The legend. Yeah, boing boing. Boing boing, bitch. Wake up. Gear 5 has arrived. Boing boing, motherfucker. Bump bump. Yeah, baby. I love it. I love it, man. Nothing makes me happier than seeing this in motion. I love to see Gear 5 in motion with all the sound effects and everything. It's awesome, man. Just for today, held the line. Just for today. You won't see it next stream, so I promise. I just needed it today. Mm-hmm. Thank you for living. I love that line too. Yeah. This is the awakening of a zone fruit. Let's see the eyes. I want to see the eyes pop out, baby. The circus music playing. Yeah. I see a light. I'm waiting for him to say it. I see a light. Let's go. Enjoy, go. Oh no! The face is on his belly? What the Oh man. Oh man. This episode is going to be good. I can already tell. Yeah. Otis slipping some some stuff in there, huh? Oh! Is Gigant coming out this episode, man? I hope it does, man. Oh, man, I hope the next thing we see is Luffy jumping out the clouds. Oh, man. Yamato pulling up? To witness? This wasn't in the manga. Thank God, no 3D cut. Oh, baby. Oh, the shadow. Yes! Yes! He's a giant! Hit him! Come on. Oh! Ooh! Get him! Grab him, jump rope time! I was doing this today! Show me the technique, baby! Jump! Oh! Yes! Yes! Do the hopscotch after. Do the fucking run. Do the run, yep. Yes! Yeah! Yes! Oh my god, I'm running that. I can't run that back. I'm gonna. After the episode. After the episode. Oh, baby. The sound effects are going crazy right now. The sound effects are going nuts right now. Luffy's head gonna get smashed through the roof. His eyes gonna pop out. I'm ready, man. Oh, I'm so ready. Show it to me. Straw Hat is alive. Oh, man, I'm so excited. This is awesome. I love this. Ooh. I hope Kid is okay, man. It's stuff like this that makes me root for Kid, man. I want him to be okay. I want him to be okay, man. Let's go. Yeah, the animation. Yeah. Oh my God. He was charging up that move while in Gigant form. Ah! Beautiful. And you cut the commercial there. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted, man. Cut the commercial right there. Oh, man. The Hanafuda Gear 5 card. Let's get it. The GOAT! The GOAT! This is like a comic strip. Yeah, you're damn right. You're damn right. That looks great. Animated too. I love it. That's all that's left is bones. All that's left is bones. Get back up. Get back up, champ. It's not over yet. You're right. I love it, man. Oh, man, I love it. Fucking fight through it, Luffy. For your boys. Hey, you'll die. I don't care. Do you think I'm afraid of that? Of course not. He ain't afraid. Oh, the animation's crazy. The colors. The drums of liberation. Yes. Oh my god. It looks amazing. Bonk. Yes. Oh, I fucking love Luke. Oh, the music! Over the top! Oh, no, is it We Go? It's over the top. Oh, what a good track. Such a good track, man. Let's go! Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my god. Anime onlys. I'm so happy for you, man. This is such a good... Yeah! Playing games with a kid is tiresome. Gotta get your stamina up, bro. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Through his face. Ooh. Oh, and I love it with the punch. It has the boing sound on it. Beautiful. That's incredible. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, man. Yeah, it is. Mayumi Tanaka's killing it with this voice acting work, man. She's killing it. She's killing it. This is it, man. This is all I wanted. This is it. This is it. This is it, man. This is the best. It doesn't get better than that. Who the hell are you? I'm me. Joy boy. Joy boy. Yeah. Who am I? Monkey D. Luffy. I'll surpass you and become king of the pirates. To be continued, yeah! Oh. I gotta see some of this animation again. Oh, it's so good. They captured it perfectly. It's the perfect blend. It's the perfect blend of this like rubber hose animation art style and anime. It's the perfect blend. It has all the fun and like temp. Oh man, I love Luffy changing colors here is incredible. Do you think I'm afraid of that? He says you'll die. He says you'll die, you know. He says you think I'm afraid of that. And he feels his heart in the fucking colors. Beat loudly, heartbeat. Oh, I love it. Oh, I can't help but stand up. That's so good. Look at it. Oh my fuck. He just This is the beat I wanted. Zipping around, bouncing. You get little bounces with the footsteps. I love that. We're at peak. This is peak, man. This is peak. Oh man, it's so good. What's the next episode looking like? Let me check out the preview. Oh, this is the next episode is the Raizo episode. And you know, they're gonna do the whole episode on Raizo and it's gonna end on Luffy with the lightning. I can't wait to see that, man. Oh, that's gonna be great. Dila Joyboy, thank you for the $5. He said the anime only parts of this episode was fire as fuck too. It actually fit and didn't feel like filler. I was worried about that. I was worried that the anime only parts would like ruin the flow that Oda had with this chapter, because this chapter was one of the best fight chapters for Luffy in the manga. It was so fucking good. The flow, every panel was some part of the fight. It was great, and I was worried that they would add like filler or whatever, but every piece of filler they added this episode was so good. Ah, man, this was a great episode. This is better than the last episode, bar none, like easily, man. Easily. This flew by. This flew by. Watching Luffy in like peak performance, like trying to think about like, oh, what should I name this move? And he's like bouncing around. He's like so casual about it. He's like, oh man, what should I name that? Ah, the gum gum. And like he's like doing all like the fucking Cuphead boss. He gets hit in the head with the the kanabo, and his tongue comes like it all looks great, man. This is as great as I wanted it to be. I'm very happy with this. This is a good episode. This is a good episode. I can't wait for the next one. This I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, you know how last episode I had criticisms, right? Last episode I was like, "Oh man, the 3D, the pacing, the recycled animations, like this could have been better." And then you see this and it's like it all makes sense. It's like, "Oh, wait, they saved it all. They saved it all for this episode." And boy oh boy did they deliver. They recycled a little bit of last episode at the beginning here. But like as you get further in, it's just like all original animation, all clean. It's intense. Luffy's fighting at peak performance. Gear 5th doing what Gear 5th does, man. I love it. I love it. Um I will say, Hassan, I agree with you there. He said that the only critique is that Gigant didn't look as epic as I thought it would. Now, as someone who has invested a lot into Gigant stock, I will say I agree with you there. I agree. I wanted like a flash of lightning. I wanted Luffy to jump into the clouds, and I wanted the lightning to flash, and through the flash of lightning, you could see Luffy as a giant in the clouds, like coming down. And like I feel like they didn't dramatify that moment. I don't even know if that's a word. They didn't dramatize that moment. That's probably the correct word. They didn't dramatize that moment as much as they could have. And I know that obviously we have a lot of other stuff in this episode to focus on. But like for example, when like Luffy's in Kaido's stomach and he inflates to the balloon and Kaido's sitting there like, "Oh, what's with this dude's power? This is ridiculous." I think you could have cut like 30 seconds out of that and put that into the Gigant form. Like if you had Luffy, like the lightning flashes, Luffy's in the sky as a giant comes down. You do like a whole dramatic entrance and it's like, "Luffy's a giant!" Like you could have had like some shit like that. In the manga, I will say this, anime versus manga. Specifically, the Luffy Gigant form moment is more crazy and hype in the manga than it was in this episode. This episode made it seem like a matter of fact thing, like Luffy can just kind of do it, and it was just like another element of his many powers now in Gear 5th. But in the manga, it felt like, damn, like this guy's a giant. He can just become a giant at will. And he jumped into the clouds and he became a giant. Like it was really cool. And the shading, like if I pull up the manga panel, man. Oh man. OP 1045. Let's pull up that panel. There we go. You guys can't see it well here, but let me change it. Like this panel is so, I know that it's like maybe it's just like a bias or whatever, but something about the shading, the angle, like you see, not only do you see the shading on Luffy's like sandal and his shorts and he's like coming down from the sky, but at the same time he's coming down from the sky, you have all this lightning just like falling right around him. Just got lightning shooting off. Oh man, this panel is such a killer panel. This shit goes so hard. Even if in the anime or whatever, even if in reality it was just for a moment. It's so cool, man. And they did. I will agree, they didn't fully capture my emotions. Like looking at this panel, they didn't fully capture how I felt when I read it in the anime. And you know, the anime should elevate the manga or whatever. They didn't fully do. I still loved it. I still love what they did, and I thought the jump rope stuff was cool and all that. But man, nothing's gonna beat the first time I saw this panel. I don't even know if the anime could beat that, unless they went crazy on this panel. It's probably one of my favorite panels in One Piece. Not even because of the theory or whatever. Just in a vacuum, this panel is like one of my favorites. You have a Yonko on the bottom corner staring up in absolute disbelief at a man who just before his eyes came back from the dead and became a giant. You have Kaido, the strongest creature on the planet, staring in fucking disbelief at a Zoan user who trumps him, who came back from the dead, jumped into the clouds, and with the chorus of lightning behind him, came down as a Titan for just 2 seconds. One of the coolest fucking moments of Luffy for me. Man, if they had me as a director on this episode, I know it never happened in a million years. I don't have the skill, the experience, or the animating prowess to even suggest such a thing. But man, had they had me as a director on this episode, I would have emphasized this moment so hard. I would have shown, because to show the growth of Luffy with Gear 3rd, you know, like think about it. Like he pulls out Gear 2nd on Lucci, and then he's like, let me show you the arm of a giant. He goes Gear 3rd. He's like, I'm going to show you, this is the arm of a giant. Fucking giant arm, punch through the entire building. And here we have Luffy goes Gear 5th. He's fucking with Kaido, he's messing around, and then he jumps into the air, and he comes down from this veil as not just one arm, not just a leg, full giant. One of the coolest things ever, man. And narratively, it's like full circle. I love that. I love that. I feel like the anime should have emphasized that harder. With that being said, though, the episode was so good. Like, that was a great that was genuinely, let me straighten out this. The camera's been all over the place today. The episode was so good, man. I can't complain. While I would have done certain things a little bit differently, the overall product is so good that, like, what am I going to say? You know? I can't complain. The crew reactions were insane, Noah. I agree with you, man. Let me get the music back on. A little bit of ambiance. So it's not what is it? Fucking, what did someone say? It was like a liminal space, liminal stream. If I got no music on, it's like something's missing. There we go. Alcachofa says, on the other hand, the moment where Luffy gets back into Gear 5 with that animation, those collars, man, I haven't gotten chills like that in a while. I completely, wholeheartedly agree with you, my man. I don't care what they didn't do right in this episode. What they did right, dang. They got Luffy with the color. They got the rainbow. They got all the colors of the Straw Hat Rainbow. He touches his heart, hand to the heart, hand to the heart, beat loudly, and all the colors come out. You don't get that in the manga. You don't get that in the manga, guys. Those colors, that animation, that motion, that desire to continue the fight, something about that just comes across so much more strongly in this moment in the anime. It's not even loading right now. But you get the point. When those colors come out, like, that shit hit me, man. That was awesome. The clap. Yeah, Joy Boy, the clap. The fucking, like, 300 frame clap. It's like that. Oh, man. I love One Piece. I love One Piece, guys. You know what the funny thing is? I came into this stream, I was like, man, oh, the music's still not on. I have the music fucking muted. There you go. What was I gonna say? No, I came into the stream in like a sour mood, and obviously when I get off stream, I'm still gonna have to deal with that bullshit, but like, just leave it to One Piece, man. Leave it to One Piece to lift up your spirits. Like, I could be doing whatever. I could be having the worst day. You put a chapter in front of me with the hype shit that happened on 1090. Kizaru's pulling up to Egghead. You give me 1072. Luffy's clapping the whole rainbow into existence. I don't care what happens to me, man. I'll smile. That's awesome. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Toei hired the aliens for this episode, Chaozu. You're right. Daniel C said, look at my super chat. I'm sorry I missed your super chat, Daniel. Thank you for the $5, bro. He said the colors that appear during the clap scene are the color of the beats when placed in a video editor. That's interesting. I would love to see an example of that. That's really cool. I don't know if it would work. In my video editor doesn't have colors for the beats or anything like that, but if there's like a video, that's cool. I would love to see a more detailed example of what you're talking about. That's really, I wouldn't put it past the animators at all to do something like that. Chaozu says, hidden. Watch the top 50 questions from the One Piece live action cast. You're right, bro. Let me do that. Hold on. One Piece live action questions. There we go. This is the video. You guys want to do this? We're going to watch the One Piece live action cast answer 50 of the most Googled questions about the anime and manga. I would love to hear them answer this. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's load this up.
Where are the cast?
There we go. All right, let's give this a look.
We're the cast of One Piece, and today we have to answer 50 of the most asked questions about the show. Why are we waiting for? I had to do it, Emily.
Let me just put out there my thoughts. As I've gotten warmed up to the cast, I've seen some stuff from the show. I've saw the trailers. Now that all the info's in, right? Like now that we've seen a lot of the One Piece live action, I can say with confidence, this is going to be a fun time. Whether or not it's the best show ever, I personally think it's going to be like a 6 out of 10. But I think it's going to be a really fun 6 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna be the best show you've ever seen. But compared to all the other anime live actions we've gotten, I'm fully anticipating this being one of the best, one of the better ones. I really hope it is. And I think it's gonna be fun. And look, you know, people might look at a 6 out of 10 as a bad thing. I look at 5 as average. I look at 5 as middle of the road. I'm one of those guys, okay? I do believe that 5, if we're doing any rating system, 5 should be the middle. Right, that's just how I feel about it. So for me, 6 out of 10 is, I think, pretty generous. I think that's above average. I think compared to the average anime adaptation, One Piece live action is going to set a new bar. I think it's going to be better than the prior examples. Do I think it's going to be amazing? Do I think it's going to be game changing? We'll have to wait and see. I don't think so, but I have higher hopes for this than like for Death Note, for example, or any of those other bullshit adaptations. This one's going to be pretty solid. The cast seems to love it. Everyone that I've met from the cast and everyone that I've met from the people who are working on this seem to be really in love with the material to some degree, right? Like Matt is really in love with One Piece to enough of a degree where I trust him with the material. Emily was super cool when I met her. She seems to have that Nami like edge to her. Like she's cool. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like they're definitely the right people for the job is all I can say. I'm grateful to have met a lot of them, a few of the people in person that are involved with this project and this show. I'm very grateful for that because it's they're all cool. And they all seem like they want the best for the show. So regardless of how it turns out, I'm hoping the best for them. Hope the best for their careers even after One Piece. They all seem like great actors. I'm excited. You know, I'm being very positive about this. So I do want to hear what they have to say. I'm curious about their opinions on stuff or their theories or whatever. Johannes said he's heading out. Gotta go to bed. Yo, Johannes, good night, bro. Thank you for stopping by today, man. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. But let's get to this. Let's get to this video, and then we'll close things out for today. We've been here for what, almost 3 hours. All right.
What is the One Piece?
It's supposed to be the greatest treasure in the world, and he left it all in one piece. But we don't know.
And maybe it's nothing.
My theory is that the One Piece must be a taco. It only makes sense, right?
What?
It's the greatest
Does it only
treasure in
make
the
sense?
world.
Why are they called the Straw Hat Pirates?
Luffy is our captain, he wears a straw hat, and we are the Straw Hat Pirates. What is the Straw Hat Pirates ship?
When? At first,
At first, it's the Going Merry.
And
which,
then-
the
Faust and Sunny. What
There
do
you
all
go.
the Straw Hat Pirates
Emily
do?
Rudd with the knowledge. I know she knows this stuff. I don't know about everyone else in the cast. I don't expect them all to, but I know Emily does.
The
She's
ship.
on point. On point. I love it.
Okay, so I think on a normal day in the Going Merry,
What was the question?
Luffy's do on the ship. Okay, so I
What do
think
all the Straw
on a
Hats
normal
do?
day in the Going Merry, Luffy, he steals food from the kitchen.
Oh wait, cute. This is totally not what I thought we were just gonna say like our
formal
jobs, but
what
I
your
love
job
you.
is.
I love you diving into like what's his daily life
What's his
like?
daily
What's
life?
up?
I'm the captain of the ship.
Nami is the navigator on the ship.
I look for the best spots on the ship to sleep, take a nap. Right hand man.
The first
can
mate,
do whatever I
right?
want.
Usopp takes care of the ship.
And I'm the cook.
How does Monkey D. Luffy?
They all know what they're doing. I love
I'm a
it.
rubber man. I just throw punches and it hits.
What is a devil fruit?
Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? It's not rubber.
The character Luffy, he ate a fruit, which is a devil fruit, and it gave him powers. There's a lot of different types of devil fruits. The one that Luffy ate is the gum gum fruit, which made him a rubber man. But the thing about devil fruits is that it makes that the sea turns its back against you, so you cannot swim and you sink immediately. So that's why they're devil fruits, I guess. It's like making a deal with the devil. You get powers, but you cannot swim.
How does Roronoa?
I'm using that clip in a future video. I'm telling you right now.
One in his mouth.
Strong jaw. What does Nami's tattoo represent?
First one is Arlong. Second one is the pinwheel, and also the tangerine. So it's a representation of her family and her home.
Who is?
I love it.
Gold?
I love it. You get it. You get it. You've been properly either. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the circumstances were, but either you were prepared for this interview, but either that or you know your shit. And I'm going to choose to believe that you know your shit.
Gold D. Roger.
Who started everything?
He's the one who declared that the One Piece is out there and set everybody out on a mission to find it.
Yeah, some people might.
I love that answer from Usopp. The Usopp's. I should know his name. Let me look up Usopp. Is it Jacob Romero? I should know this name. Jacob. I love that answer. Let me run that back one more time.
He's the one who declared that the One Piece is out there.
Okay, so someone else said that Roger was the one who started it all. I don't think that's the correct answer. I love this answer that Roger declared that the One Piece is there and he started the Great Age of Piracy. He's not the one who started it all. If I have to give it to anyone, that would be Joy Boy. I don't know how much of a fan Jacob is into One Piece, but I think that's pretty accurate, saying that Goldie Roger is only the man. He's the man who made everyone aware of the One Piece. He is the man who started the Great Age of Piracy. But at the end of the day, the person who all of this was started from would be Joy Boy. If we really think about it, Joy Boy is the one who started this train. And I don't know if he's caught up or if he's knowledgeable about One Piece, but for someone that knows their stuff about One Piece, I would want that type of answer where they're like, yeah, Gold Roger was the pirate king. He started the Great Age of Piracy. You know, he pushed people towards finding the One Piece. Like, that's an appropriate answer. But there's a lot more to it. There's really a lot more to it. If you watch maybe 2 episodes of the anime or read the first 10 chapters of the manga, you would think Gold Roger is like the god of One Piece or whatever. But the further you get into the story, you realize there's a much bigger picture. And I feel like that answer captures that well. So I really like that.
and set everybody out on a mission to find it.
Yeah, some people might really like him.
Wealth, fame, power. Yes. What's the significance of the letter D?
The will of D.
The will of
Tell
D.
me.
Luffy,
What do you think?
You've got his dad, you've got Garp. It's all these people who have a
Rocksteady.
very...
Whoa! Whoa! Hold on. Hold up. That's not in the first season. That's not in the first season.
Dad, you've got Garp.
Listen to Iñaki Godoy talk about the D.
It's all these people who have a
Rocksteady.
very...
Rocksteady? Who's that? I don't remember him getting mentioned in Logtown. I don't remember him getting mentioned in East Blue. You're telling me the staff knows about Rocksteady?
strong, arguably unbreakable will and power.
It's a mystery.
Maybe it stands for dreamers.
Or donuts.
What are the names of all the oceans in One Piece?
East blue, west blue, north blue, south blue.
Great. I'll stop you real quick. I want McKenyu to answer one of these questions. My man seems like he's not all awake right now. I need McKenyu to give me an answer. McKenyu, answer a question, my man. I need to know you're in this. Everyone else seems like they're in this. Right now, it seems like the only people that aren't fully knowledgeable on this journey that they're partaking in are the actor for Sanji and the actor for Zoro. I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if that's something to that. Sanji, Zoro, my guys, you gotta pay more attention in class. I'll give you the rundown next stream.
The Grand Line.
What's the Grand Line? Tell me, Taz.
Our resident map reader would be the most
Yes.
Taz, the Tasmanian tiger.
exacted person
What
to
was the
answer
line?
this
What was
question.
the line? The Grand Line is a treacherous stretch of ocean filled with bigger pirates, bigger monsters, ripe with riches, and like ready for the picking or something like that.
Oh, you would.
Lukatsky, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. I hope you do enjoy the minor benefits that come with being a member, but most importantly, the support to the channel means more than anything. So thank you so much. We got 4 new members today, guys. Thank you, guys. Really, sincerely, thank you. Anyone that gifted memberships, anyone that joined, you guys are really, I don't deserve it. If I have to be honest with you, I don't deserve it. I'm not putting enough. I'm not putting enough content up to warrant the memberships. But everyone who's doing it, just for the sake of supporting me, thank you so much. And I promise, I will make it worth your while one day. We're gonna be doing more streams. I promise the next video will come. The Usopp video is not the last video I'm ever gonna make. So it will be worth it one day. And the support is incredibly meaningful. I really it's hard for me to find the words. So thank you. Let's go.
So close! It was so close!
Who are the 7 warlords of the sea?
Pirates that the Marines sanctioned to help do the things that Marines can't do.
I love Usopp. I love Usopp.
Basically.
So I know a few.
I love Usopp.
Crocodile. Well,
Okay.
that's right. Crocodile. Jinbei.
Gecko Moria.
Oh!
Gecko Moria, Boa Hancock. Or Doflamingo. Maybe you guys can answer what's the 7th.
Doflamingo.
I cannot remember. Oh,
Doflamingo.
Zoro with the Doflamingo.
Who is
Wait, who? You didn't get the last one. Oh, he mentioned Moria. I think he said, what did he say? He said something Moria.
Gecko Moria.
Gecko Moria, Boa
Gecko
Hancock.
Moria, Boa
Or
Hancock.
Doflamingo. Maybe
Missing the
you guys
last
can
one.
answer what's
How do you
the
forget
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo? How do you forget Doflamingo? Thank you, McKenyu. That's what I was looking for. I was waiting for your input. You got Dofi on there. Beautiful. Dila Joyboy, thank you for the $5, bro. He said McKenyu is for sure caught up and not wanting to divulge info that are major spoilers. I love that. I hope that's true. McKenyu, if you ever catch this stream, I doubt you will, but if you do, I'm gonna believe that, and I hope you're hyped over this new chapter, my man. This chapter was great. This chapter was fucking awesome. I hope you're caught up. I hope all you guys are caught up, and I'm so hyped for what you're gonna do with this show. I really think you're gonna do some great work. I really do. So I'm hyped. I love to see the knowledge. Like, you guys don't even have to know this. It's season 1. You're barely leaving Logtown by the end of the season. You don't need to know this stuff yet, but you do, and I appreciate that. Think about it. Like, the average actor who's like not super into One Piece, maybe they get casted for a role in a show. They're like, oh, One Piece, what is that? I appreciate that you took the time even if you're not into One Piece like I am or we are, I appreciate that you took the time to know this stuff. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Oh.
All the warlords have been named by the
Who
cast.
is Yasop?
Who is Yasop? Who is Yasop,
I
man?
wish someone would tell me about my daddy. Yasop is Usopp's father. He's a
Casey, I see you're hopping off. I'm sorry about your internet, but I hope you have a good night, brother. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll catch you next stream. You're not on the list, are you? Either way, next stream I'll be seeing you. I hope to catch you then, brother.
marksman. He's a sniper. It's definitely part of why Usopp wants to go out and be a brave warrior.
How does the ship travel underwater?
So they do something called coding on
Hey!
Thousand Sunny so that it can go underwater.
It's like a bubble.
Yeah, the little bubbling. Whoop.
Can the Going Mary fly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a little adjustments.
It's a magical ship. It can do anything.
That's my baby. She fly.
Who is stronger than Gold D. Roger?
I know this one actually, maybe.
Do
Rocks D7.
He was waiting for that. He's had rocks up the sleeve for weeks. I know he's been waiting to drop the rocks knowledge. He's like, oh, who's stronger than Roger? Let me get in this power scaling discussion. Roxy's a Beck, okay? You're telling me Roger had to fight him with Prime Garp? They had to team up to take him down? You're telling me he commanded all the current Yonko at one point as their captain? Yeah, I gotta give it to Rox. Gold medal to Rox.
I think it's subjective.
Is Usopp a god? Wow, what? I don't even know how to answer that question.
He's not caught up. He's not caught up. He's not caught up. If he was caught up, he'd be like, Usopp, a god? Yeah, you already know. It's me, God Usopp. I saved all the people of Dressrosa from Sugar. Yeah. You know about that? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of Soge King? Yeah, I used to be the best sniper. I'm from Sniper Island. One shot's all it takes. That's what... If I... Oh, put me on Usopp. Let me play Yasop.
He's not... I don't know.
He's not.
He's not a god.
He's not.
He's not a god. He's God Usopp, though.
But
But, you know,
But
but he does some... Yeah,
He's God Usopp.
he does some godlike things, you know?
He does some godlike things. Maybe free the people of Dressrosa as a martyr.
who is the creator of One Piece? I don't know. Oh no.
It was like.
Don't even...
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
let's not joke around.
No,
That's a
you're
serious
Yeah, it's a
thing.
serious thing.
Sorry, Oda Sensei.
Sorry, Oda
we love you, Oda
We
Sensei.
love you, Oda Sensei.
Eiichiro Oda, the legend himself. He created One Piece in 1997 when he was like 17 years old.
He studied that. That was studied. He read that off a piece of paper for like 3 weeks, getting that memorized.
He's so young.
He's like one of the best like storytellers of our time. Why did
Yeah.
Buggy get so big?
And he did get big. It's for show, though. He's just using the chop fruit to make a really big, like, cloak. He
I
looks
mean-
like a tick.
It's more about he has insecurity issues.
Yeah.
Buggy, if you're listening, bro.
We love you, man.
We love you as you are.
Why is One Piece so popular? It's like saying, why is the Bible so popular?
Oh my god.
And he throws the corn down as he's
Who is
I think
Yamato?
that's a little bit of a false equivalency there. But I get it.
She's from Wano.
Why is One Piece so popular? Because people what the music stopped. It got all dramatic in here all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Why is One Piece so popular? Man, if you're telling me you don't like to see a celestial dragon get duffed in the face, I don't know what other manga you're gonna read. You're gonna get some dopamine flow like that from. Okay, that's why One Piece is popular. You watch some mythical savior just duff a tyrant every other chapter. I'd be reading that all year. I've been reading that all of my life. That's awesome. You know why that's awesome? Because that shit doesn't happen in the real world. You have a tyrant, you have a douchebag in power, and they're messing things up for everyone. They're just abusing their position. You don't got someone like Luffy in the real world coming up to just knock him out, but in One Piece you do. That's why it's so popular, because we can relate to it. Because we're like, man, I want a hero in my world too. And you see Luffy be a hero, and you see him be a good friend. And then we look at our world that's full of so many snakes and full of so many bad actors, and we're like, oh man, I wish there was more Luffy's in my world. That's why it's entertaining, bro. That's why anything's entertaining. You look at someone that personifies greatness, you can't help but admire. You can't help but admire. You watch the greatest in anything, you're like, wow, I wish I could be like that one day. It's like, that's what Luffy is. I think that's what Luffy is for humans as a whole, to some degree, is like, man, I hope I can be free. I hope I can live a life of freedom where I'm happy with myself and my choices, and the people around me are happy and well fed, and that the world isn't going to shit because of me or because of me neglecting something. I think that Luffy should represent that for everyone. So yeah, that's why One Piece is so popular, because it speaks to people.
And she's Kaido's daughter?
This has been something I've been like reading on Twitter because there's such a massive discourse. Is Yamato a girl? Is Yamato a boy? Because in the manga they use male pronouns, but then there's a certain point where they say, oh, it's Kaido's daughter.
Wait, how do we get here? This is not even related to the episodes we're going to be watching. What was the question?
Twitter, because there's Yamato.
Who is
She's
Yamato?
From Wano.
She's from
Okay.
Jinbe, a member.
hockey user, ice powers, also, yeah.
Also dog shit character.
Jinbe, a member of the Straw Hat Pirates.
Also just a dog shit character. Let me just put that out there. Just dog shit.
Technically, yes. He didn't officially join. He's not on the ship with them, but I do.
I think that would have been the correct answer if someone said, "Who is Yamato?" Trash character. That would have been. I think that would have been a sufficient answer. Character who added nothing to the arc and then ended up not even joining the Straw Hats despite teasing it for like 40 chapters. Oh, this character did literally nothing. Oh, great. This character took up page space and created toxic discussions on Western One Piece Twitter for like 4 months. Oh, awesome. I love this character. Oh man, I can't wait to see Yamato again.
But he's an honorary member.
Who are the main admirals in One Piece?
Aokiji.
Aokiji, Kizaru, Fujitora? Those four, right?
They usually have 3 main admirals, but of course, as the story goes on, those change. People get their asses handed to them.
Who are the 4 emperors? Shanks,
Buggy's one, right?
Buggy, Blackbeard, and
A certain somebody. Who could the 4th one be?
I wonder who could it be. I guess we'll find out together.
What is a fishman?
It's a fish god.
That screams to me they didn't know the full answer, but I'm gonna just give them the benefit of the doubt.
Essentially, yeah. Half man, half fish.
Is it half and half, quite explicitly? I feel like it can be 70.
I don't think it's not
It's
in the
quite-
sense of like there was one human and one fish and things
Well, I don't know
went
if we
crazy.
want to talk about
It's not like that sort of thing.
but it's like if a human could breathe underwater and swim really fast and like had scales.
where is Monkey D. Luffy from?
He's from Windmill Village, which is in the East Blue.
Who gave Monkey D. Luffy his hat?
Red-haired Shanks, the coolest pirate ever. He was in Windmill Village, and he became very close to Luffy.
Great answer.
And
Great
before
answer.
he left to continue his adventures, he gave him his most valuable treasure, his straw hat. And Luffy takes care of that straw hat with his life. And he promised to Shanks that he will give it back to him one day once he has become a great pirate.
What is the one rule Sanji will never break?
Never waste food. I mean, he's a pretty disciplined dude. He has a lot of rules.
Yeah.
I think never waste food is at the top of the list. All right, speed round it. What is not?
Well, I don't know, my man. If you're Sanji, never waste food being his #1 rule, I don't know, my man. You gotta dig a little. If that's the only one you can come up with, you gotta dig a little bit deeper for that, Taz. I know you're in this. I know you know. Sanji doesn't hit women, my man. That's the #1 thing. That's like his #1 rule. That's like the character defining thing of Sanji. What's the one rule that Sanji never breaks? That's like a layup question, man. Never hit women. How do you not know that? That's your character. I'm gonna say that's minus points for Taz. Minus points for that one.
He's from Windmill Village, which is in the East Blue.
Who gave Monkey?
And
Will never break.
Never waste.
once he has become a great pirate.
What is the one rule
Like,
Sanji...
this question is such a layup. This question is such a layup, bro. What's the one rule that Sanji will never break? And your answer is never waste food. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sanji will never break.
Never waste food. I mean, he's a pretty disciplined dude. He has a lot of rules.
Yeah.
I think never waste food is at the top of the list. All right, speed round it. What is Nami's dream?
To draw a map of the world.
Do Usopp's lies come true?
Like, you gotta know your character's motivations, you know? Rubik says, I mean, as of East Blue, I'd say not wasting food is correct. I would say that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, in East Blue, maybe not wasting food is a bigger character trait than not hitting women, but I would say that it's still, I mean, just the way that he treats women is like core to his character. It's like, it comes from his backstory with his mother and all that stuff. You know, it's like very core. It's really core to Sanji's character, I think. Obviously, never wasting food ties more into Baratier, right? Like, it ties into the Baratier, the Chef Zeph, you know, starving on a remote desert island or whatever. Yeah, it probably connects more to season 1. And to be honest, for Taz's character, it's probably better to emphasize that rule over anything else for season 1. But I'm just saying, as a like if I were to ask any of you, any single person in this chat, I guarantee you, 100% of you, if I asked you this question in a random quiz scenario, I was like, what's the one thing Sanji will never do? Are any of you going to answer, he's not going to waste food, or are you going to answer, he's not going to hit a woman? Because that's what Sanji, that's his number one rule. That's the thing that Sanji never does, right? So there, I think it's valid. I think it's valid to kind of come down on that. That being said, they still seem to. I mean, look, they're into it enough.
Where does Roronoa Zoro get his swords?
The most famous sword, Wadoichi Monji, from a father of his childhood friend and rival Kuina.
Who are Monkey D. Luffy's parents?
Monkey D. Dragon and Unknown.
How did Sanji's teacher
Iñaki seems so into the Luffy character trait.
lose his leg? He ate it.
Are Sniper King and Usopp the same person?
Teacher lose his leg? He ate it.
Are Sniper King and Usopp the
Okay.
same person?
Absolutely not.
Bro, no, it's not.
Who voices Monkey D. Luffy? There are
No, bro. What do you mean?
Not.
Bro, no, it's not.
What do you mean? Sniper King? I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Who voices Monkey D. Luffy? There are many voice actors for Luffy in different languages, but Mayumi Tanaka, she has been voicing Luffy the longest since 1999. She is an amazing, amazing actress.
Where does Sanji work?
I really like Iñaki, man. I really like this guy. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like, no, he's on point. He's on point, man. Like he doesn't gotta be the manga Luffy, you know what I mean? But he's doing it. Like, he cares enough. He's studied up. He captures the personality. When people ask him, like, oh, what would the Straw Hats do on the ship? His first answer, he's always, one thing I've noticed in this video, he's one of the first to answer a lot of the time. He's always first up to bat to answer. Every time he answers, he says some, like, valid shit. He's like, oh, yeah, Luffy? Yeah, he'd probably be stealing food on the ship. And then it's like, oh, who is Shanks? And then his answer, first answer, bop! He's like, oh, coolest pirate ever. The coolest pirate ever taught me everything I know. It's like, man, the dude's in character. He's in the red shirt. He's wearing a red shirt right now. Dude, he's doing good as Luffy. I trust this Luffy. I trust in his ability to play Luffy. I do. I think he fits. He really does. And I feel like I might be feeling the same thing the people in the casting room felt when he came to audition initially. They probably must have felt that energy too. Like, he definitely has that kind of he has that kind of energy, like the energy that matches like the type of character or person Luffy is.
You saw that, right? You saw it. At first at the Baratier, then with the Straw Hat crew.
What is Zoro's dream? To be the world's greatest swordsman.
Who is the most wanted man?
Oh,
in the
that
world?
is Monkey D. Dragon. Yeah. What is
See?
Dragon's dream?
He just jumps! He jumps at the chance to answer. Like he's the first up. He knows his shit. And say what you will about the rest of the cast, but the man's playing the main character. This is the protagonist of the entire show. So he has the heaviest responsibility out of everyone on the cast to know his shit. And he's doing it well. He's doing it well.
And the all blue.
What is the name of Luffy's brother?
Ace.
Orcus the Ace. Who's the strongest
Full
swordsman
name?
in One Piece
Boom.
besides obviously Zoro?
Mihawk.
Why is Frank?
Wait, wait, wait.
The strongest swordsman in One Piece besides obviously Zoro?
Ah! Not Zoro. I gotta say, I don't know if Zoro is the strongest swordsman because he was on my stream about a month ago and I seem to have no problem chopping him with my sword.
Why is Frank a cyborg? Well, he had to be.
Who are the Celestial Dragons?
Okay.
I think they're like descendants
good answer.
of like the people who.
The
were really
Celestial
important.
Dragons were the people who ended up being the world government.
How many One Piece episodes are there? I guess this is subjective to when you see this video. But right now, in this current moment,
Currently
I don't know the
10,
date.
1065.
Does Frankie have a devil fruit?
No, he was offered one, but he said no.
He wasn't hungry.
What devil?
I like that. I like that she was able to say he was offered one and said no. That's a specific answer, right? That's a pretty specific answer.
Chopper eat. Hito no mi.
Human fruit.
Hito no mi.
What are the 3 different types of devil fruit?
Paramecia. So
Wait. Did they know that?
What devil fruit did Chopper eat? Hito no mi.
Human fruit. I thought that was a Luffy question. I was gonna be like, whoa.
What are the 3 different types of devil fruit?
Paramecia, Soan,
And Logia.
And Logia. Why does Nami love money?
Because money's great. Next question.
Let's go.
Question.
She's in it. She's in it. All right, so let me just say, my confidence right now is in Luffy and Nami. I think they're both gonna kill it in their roles. Usopp, Usopp is gonna kill it. I can tell this man is gonna kill it in his role. I know it. I just know it. My biggest, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do. Whatever fucking dumb reaction you want to call that. Make fun of me. Fine, go for it. Sanji and Zoro. I'm not totally confident. You guys got to win me over in the next how many seconds of this video? 20 seconds. All right. Good luck.
Stronger, Sanji or Zoro? Let's not,
Perfect question.
let's not. We'll be here all day. All I'll say is I don't need any external weapons.
Look at the bounty.
Oh! Oh, he got the bounty.
External weapons. We'll be here all day. All I'll say is I don't need any external weapons.
Look at the bounty.
I got the bounty. I love he's something like I got the bounty. That wouldn't have been valid like 40 chapters ago, but you're all good. I respect it. I got the bounty.
We have no more questions.
Chad.
Woo, we did it. We did it.
That's
Okay,
it.
I love this video. This is a fun video. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the One Piece live action. I gotta be real with you. I'm keeping my expectations tempered. I'm obviously if it ends up being not good, I'm not gonna be shocked or whatever. I'm not gonna be devastated. I'm like fully prepared for the worst case scenario. I think everyone is prepared for the worst case scenario, right? We've been prepared for that ever since it was announced. Ever since they even said One Piece is coming to Netflix in live action form. Everyone was prepared for the worst case scenario. But I think we've had enough time now to build up our positive expectations, right? They haven't disappointed us so far. We haven't had any major reason to doubt them. And yeah, sure, Netflix in the past hasn't lived up to their live action anime whatever expectations. I don't know. I feel a little bit better about this one. I don't think this is going to be a masterpiece, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to react to it on stream. And they seem like they care, man. They seem like they care. And that's all I could ask for, really. So Wired said it's Zoro, yeah. Yeah, no, Wired's taking a side in this debate here. They're like, oh yeah, actually it's Zoro. Zoro's got the higher bounty. We're just gonna cut the video there. So I love that. Cool, man. Cool. All right, guys. Do I have any energy in me to keep going? I have 3 hours. We've been here 3 hours. I'll answer a few more questions, and I think I'm going to get going. I do need some time to myself today. But let me just see what the chat's... Any questions you guys have been asking? Wait, Mr. Rubik's01 said, wait, Hidden, you've seen the latest trailer, right? Because I think you'd be fully sold on Zoro and Sanji based on that. I haven't seen the latest trailer. The reason being that I want to go in as blind as possible when I see the show. When I saw the first trailer when it dropped, all I wanted to see was just see some of the show in motion. I don't need to see much more than that. I just wanted to see a few clips of characters doing their thing, characters in costume, maybe a little bit of the soundtrack. That's all I needed as a appetizer for the show. But as far as it goes, like with the trailers, I think I'm going to just leave it. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to watch the trailers any more than what I've seen. I'm going to wait for the show to come out. I'm going to go in totally blind, no expectations, and then hopefully I'll enjoy myself. Yeah, LaJoy Boy, I needed more of that Sanji energy out of Taz. That's the one thing out of this video I've noticed. I need a little bit more Sanji energy out of Taz. I think that's going to come through in the show, but out of all 5 crew members, if I had to guess where the weak link is going to be on the like who's in their character the most, it has to be either Zoro or Sanji, because the other guys really do seem to be into it. Inyaki's got it down pat. Emily Rudd's got it down pat. Like, I feel like, you know, they're good. I'm interested to see how Mackenyu and Taz play out their characters, and it's gonna be fun to watch because they're fun. They're great characters. They're fan favorites, you know. So I want to see how they play out. Arbri Mehmeti said, "Bro, I have a question for you. I hope I said your name right. Apologies if I didn't." He said, "Bro, I have a question for you. Do you think that Oda watches videos with theories just like yours on YouTube?" I know for a fact Oda has seen major YouTube theory videos. I don't know if he's seen mine. I don't know if he's seen any that we are familiar with. But Oda has watched theory videos. I know that for a fact. He has. And he's seen other videos on YouTube. He's watched people make theories before. I think that might be condensed to the Japanese YouTube market. Like, he's probably not watching videos in English or anything like that. But he definitely has kept tabs, at least a little bit, on like the YouTube online theory analysis area of One Piece, right? Oda has. I don't think he's seen my videos. I highly doubt he's seen my videos. I have had confirmation that Toei or Shueisha, one of those two companies, one of the bigger companies, I've had confirmation that they've seen most of the major One Piece YouTuber videos, including mine. So I think a lot of the videos that you guys have watched have probably made it in front of people at like Shueisha or Toei. I don't think they've made it in front of Oda. I think Oda is too busy. But I do know that he has like kept tabs a little bit on certain theories out there and stuff like that. That being said, I don't think he's changing the story at all for anyone. I don't think he's gonna change the story for us or whatever I theorize or anyone like that. Like he has his plans set, you know. But it's cool. It's cool to see that they're interactive with the community. It's cool also with the anime too. A lot of the animators involved, they're on Twitter. They're interacting with the fan base on Twitter. Right? You saw that one, there was a couple frames in the episode where Kid and Law fought Big Mom, and it said smoke in that Big Mom pack. Let me pull that shit up. That was fucking awesome when they did that. I love that. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Just for the stream. Anyone who hasn't seen this, you're going to really appreciate this. Is it this episode? It's this one. Where is it? Big Mom gets launched. Let me see if I can find the exact frame. This is gonna be a tough one. The moment she gets blasted, there's a panel. There's like a single frame that says "Smoking that Big Mom pack." It's so good. There it is. Oh. It's gonna be so hard to pause on the correct frame. Ah! Just missed it. Ah, fuck. I can't get it. If you guys look it up, you'll be able to find it. It's after Kid does the damned punk on Big Mom. There's like a frame where all the flames are like shooting into Big Mom, and you can see written in the flames, the animators snuck this in there for a single frame, bro. It's like one frame, and in the animation, you can see in the frame, it says in fire. It's written in fire. It says smoking dat with DAT, smoking dat Big Mom pack on the fucking frame. It's in the anime. It's in the anime. They put it in the anime. Point is, they interact with the community, they love the community, and they're very, very open to criticism or feedback or whatever. Not to go levy heavy criticism against them if you don't like how they did the episode or whatever. But the point is, they're interactive. They're very part of the community. So, I love the animators. I love the animators, and I hope that same sort of like fan interaction happens with the live action too. I hope that they're as communicative with people and they hear the feedback, and maybe season 2 will be even better than season 1. Just Google the frame. Yeah, I should probably just do that, right? Okay. Smoking that Big Mom pack. This frame is definitely on Google Images. There we go. Ha ha ha. Here it is. So you can see SM smoking on that. And then it's a little bit cut off on the bottom here, but you can see the beginnings of the B. Big Mom. Oh, it's here. Mom pack. I love that. I love that. They stuck in this one frame in the fire when Kid launches the damned punk at Big Mom, and it says in the text, it's so good. Oh man, smoking on that Big Mom pack in the fucking anime, the official anime. This is an official episode featuring this frame. All thanks to our lovely, wonderful animators that are in touch with our audience, and they talk to us on Twitter, they meme with us on Twitter. The One Piece community is a great thing, man, and I love how they're so... Like, I love that we get to see this play out in the fucking very episodes we're watching week to week. So I think it's super awesome, man. That's so cool. Anyway... There's a lot of there's a lot of funny ones. There's a lot of ones like that. This is just like the best example I can think of. I really enjoyed that. But guys, I think we're about 3.5 hours into the stream. I do think it's about time we call it a day today. I'm sorry. I know I took the beginning of the stream to vent a little bit, to talk a little bit of personal stuff. We only get to talk. We reconvene like once every couple of weeks at this point, especially because of the breaks. I feel it feels like I'm never able to talk to you guys on stream. I'm not here very often. I haven't uploaded recently. I get that. Feel free to get angry at me for that. Whatever. I understand. I did need that. I'm glad. I appreciate you guys for giving me a few minutes at the beginning of the stream just to talk about myself, what's going on in my life. And I gotta say, by the end of the stream, I do feel better than when I came in. Moog says, bro, ignore my super chat. I didn't mean to, brother. Let me get to that now. Thank you for the £5, bro. He said, any chance Buggy is actually a Darth Jar Jar style mastermind, failing his way to the top on purpose, secretly an amazing actor? That would be awesome. I would love if there was a full explanation for that. Do I think Buggy is going to be this Jar Jar type character? I don't know. For me, Jar Jar works because Jar Jar is really too stupid. Like, he acts like an idiot at all times. Buggy acts like an idiot, but there's clearly still some humanity and like he's not, he's doing it in his best interests. I don't know how to describe it, but like, Jar Jar was too stupid, right? Like, there's only one way to describe Jar Jar, and why that theory works is because he's too dumb. And yeah, now in retrospect, now that all the movies have come out for Star Wars, we can say, oh yeah, Jar Jar was just an idiot. Like, it was just George Lucas didn't know how to write a proper character. He wrote this comedic relief character that was ass. And that's Jar Jar. But the fans coming up with the theories like, oh no, Jar Jar is just playing dumb. Jar Jar is just being stupid on purpose. That worked for me because it was like, oh, well, there's a chance Jar Jar could be turning this around. He's not actually dumb. It's all an act. With Buggy, I don't know if it's an act. I really feel like that's just his natural personality, you know? I don't think it's an act. And he's not dumb enough for me to, like, look for an excuse, you know? Jar Jar is so dumb and annoying that I almost look for an excuse in the writing where I'm like, there has to be a reason he was written to be this annoying. Like, it has to be for a greater purpose. Ultimately, it was not. Ultimately, Jar Jar was written purely for comedic relief, and it was just a failure of writing. But in Oda's case, is Buggy another Jar Jar Binks? I don't think so. But I also don't think that it's part of some greater plan to make Buggy the secret mastermind or whatever. I think he's genuinely like a silly fucking goose. You know what I mean? But that's it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it today. Thank you for putting up with the beginning of the stream, the smoking cigarettes or whatever. I know this is not my usual self, but I needed this today, and we had a long stream. I don't know. I want to make it entertaining for you guys, so I gotta get in the right headspace. So. But we'll be back to normal probably very soon. I'm going to get my car fixed. I'm going to get shit straightened out. And then we'll be back, I guess, in 2 weeks, right? Whenever the chapter drops. But whenever the chapter's back, we'll be back. I might do a stream between now and then. I'm going to try and figure out stuff with the YouTube. Maybe I'll do streams more regularly if I can bring myself to do it or if I have any good ideas. But I do hope that, I hope you enjoyed the stream today. I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Chaozu. Love you too, bro. I love all you guys. I seriously, thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will be catching you on the next one. So, everyone out there, I hope you have a great rest of your day, a wonderful night, and a great romance dawn. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope you enjoyed taking part in these reactions today. I'll see you next time, and take care, guys. Peace.